All right, guys, and welcome to Dope Check, episode number 95. The boys are officially back, and the COD matches are back underway as well this weekend. We've had a couple of weeks off after Major 2, but we have big changes to talk about going into these Major 3 qualifiers. We've got a bracket confirmed for the minor tournament. We've got some teams making changes, other teams deciding not to make changes in controversial circumstances, and all the pros are crying because they've changed the map set and they're not very happy about it. So, big changes to discuss. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure. Don, how's it going? Big weekend. Bush, runner-up in the cup. We'll talk about that. But decent prep, all things considered.
Yeah, it was solid. We're playing different metas, different rules every series, every day. One day the barrel's gone, whatever. It was just a lot. So I'm just glad that we still made it we made it to grand finals, even though we lost, Still glad we made it to grand finals and something to build off, because I think the last team we won the cup right away and we got a little ahead of ourselves. We thought we were fucking elite or something. So it's nice to get second. We got something to work towards, So I'm vibing. I was chilling. I wasn't mad at all that we lost at all.
Trey, how's it going?
It's good. It's good. I watched one of the worst 1v2s of all time with the Bush boys and Gio. Don will brush over that. I won't.
Okay, I like that.
I won't. One of the worst 2v1s I've ever seen, but it was for the love of the game. Like everyone, Don started laughing. I had a lot of fun. They did, in fact, get absolutely well-starred 5-4 to go 5-5 in a 1v2, and then proceed to lose the last round 11. Listen, all you can do is laugh. Don said, "Why are you running?" Don was like, "Why are you walking him down? Why are you walking him down?" That's why you don't walk him down, and that's why Don is. That's why Don, that's why Don's done. He's been there, done that. But if Don walked him down, he would have killed him. Just letting you know if it was Don.
Oh yeah, we should have got the kill. It was bad.
I would say red card, but in that situation, I'm gonna let it fly.
Yeah. It was a red card, but we just gotta hit a shot. He was literally one bullet, and we just didn't hit him. We just didn't hit him with a bullet. So.
But yeah, no, that's that was my fun for the weekend. Apologies, Don. Honestly, if you want me to be honest with you, I was busy, and then that's the only time I tuned into the stream, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And then Don was just slumped on his chair for 5 minutes. So I do apologize, but that's not the only thing. We've been speaking about Challenger's team for Breaking Point too. So Don, you're going to get absolutely world side by our team when it comes around too. There won't be no walking it down in this situation. Or you might just smoke us.
You might smoke us, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you might just pilot us. But
I'm rooting for the Breaking Point boys. Easy Max was asking me some stuff at one point, so
yeah, we're trying to cook something up. Obviously, it's been chaos and challenges over the last few days. We were talking with this guy, talking with that guy. Then this team changes, that team changes. They play the cup, and we got more changes on the way. So, But yeah, we got the elite coming up soon, and let's crack on with it because obviously a lot happened here. We did get the Bush to the finals. But in the end, they went down to Snoopy. So you got to think, Snoopy, he's back. He had a 1.6 in this series. He had like a 1.2 in the finals. Pretty generational legacy series out of him. I think it's good I'm happy for Notorious that they lost Afro to the Pro League, but they've at least got a player with a lot of talent instead, because I don't like it when the team qualifies for the Pro-Am, but then they get their whole players poached, and it's like, well, their team's just going to be ass now because they've been picked up to the league. Not the case here. They won it anyway. Look, people are going to say, oh, Snoop's a challenger merchant, he's back down, and I don't think it's worth overreacting to this, but still it's pretty notable that Snoop came in with not much practice, and this team still won the tournament, looked pretty good the whole way. Maybe it's a little bit soon to say he's Snoopy straight back to the Pro League, but I think him in a different environment, different teammates, it could be good for him to kind of show and grow a little bit more as a player than we've seen of him stuck on Boston the last couple of years, Don.
Yeah, man. Snoopy, he did his thing. The team, their whole team did their thing. They're a solid team. He looked great. He fried us in that winners bracket series. He played very good versus us in the finals. I don't know. He's kind of he's one of my top ops. So I'm gonna let you guys guess him. I've watched I watched your video this morning, and it was just, I was just sitting there, just like, man, this motherfucker rap just need to shut the hell up. Talking about Snoopy for about 10 minutes, but
had to be done. Had to be done.
Listen, I'm not gonna say nothing too positive about this
MVP,
because
baby.
we lost it, and we gotta work towards beating them.
I like that.
But yeah, they played well. Their team is a solid team. They value their lives. They have a very solid map pool. Beans is very, very good with a sniper. We lost the final. We just got to fix our hard point. Honestly, I think we'll beat them. But yeah, GG's to them. They got it.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna gas up my boy Ben Beans. I like
that.
Beans was fine. Beans was taken over with a snipe. To be fair.
Now, we're not gonna go crazy and say challenges, reapers, or anything like that. Snoopy wasn't terrible in the league. Let's be honest, he wasn't terrible. I feel like we found out what he needed to do, or like the team needed to do around him. They didn't do that. I actually think Snoopy would be better in this Boston team now that Afro's joined it instead of Purge. But we'll see how they go over the weekend. I still can't believe they've kept Purge, not because I don't like Purge or don't think he's good. I just believe he's been literally on the verge of being dropped 2 times.
How is he still there, bro? It's actually so typical to me.
I just don't understand. Like I said, the team was chalk when they didn't get rid of him the first time. They were supposed to get rid of him again, and he's like still here.
He's still sitting around. I don't get it.
What I would have done if I was Boston, now I know the money issue is a little bit of a thing over there. I would have benched either one of them and just see how they played, and then bring the other one in who was playing the worst. But they know more than me. I'm not the GM, but yeah, no, we're not gonna sit here and make out like people are challenger merchant. Snoopy's first time back, like he was a league caliber player. Maybe just had the wrong team around him. Like I said, he has had time in the league and he didn't do anything crazy. I will give you guys that, but like he wasn't terrible. I think he deserves a spot on a league team. But you see the talent in challenges too. Like when he goes down there, there is a difference in what people can do over there and compared to the league. It is a different ball game over there. They play different play styles. Might let a player like Snoopy just roam free and fry. So yeah, other than that, I didn't really tune into the finals much. I was a little bit busy on the side. So I can't really give my take on it, but I did see Ben Beans absolutely tucking. But we also got a note that like Bush are always around second, first in the finals. Like they're still there doing shit. No matter what team they have, they're still doing their thing. And like Don said, these cups don't really mean anything crazy right now because, the elites and tournaments and getting to pro-ams and everything like that, that's where it matters most. Like the cups are just extra practice. Plus I was seeing like, it was nice to see Kenny back playing. Obviously they didn't do anything like crazy as a pickup team, but like it was fun to see him back playing. Would have been nice to see him with a sub in his hands, but you know how it is. The M15 is the M15. So
yeah, let's talk about it, right? So Kenny makes the glorious return. I mean, this time last week we thought he might have been on the way to Boston. Then I don't know what happened over there. Ronnie kind of implied that money could have been a factor. He didn't say that specifically, but he was talking about an agreement couldn't be reached or whatever. Then there was talk about the Ravens. Of course, Fire was getting the trial over there. That's now been confirmed. We'll discuss that in a second. Kenny was also running around a little bit. And then he ends up coming back to the Huntsmen. Not back exactly, but coming back to Optic, playing with the Huntsmen for this little Challengers Cup. So this is a great watch. It was cool to see Kenny back in. Don't exactly know what happens because... Of course, for Kenny, like the opportunity's got to make sense, Don, right? For him to want to come back in the pro league.
Yeah. I feel like since I'm on this show and we just do a whole bunch of content and stuff that like sometimes he keeps me in the loop, sometimes he doesn't keep me in the loop. So I've heard a couple things, but I've also not heard a lot. So like I know Ronnie always asks me like what's going on with Kenny. I feel like just because he knows that I'm a part of the team, and he tries to keep some things quiet from me. So I don't really know his complete mindset. But other day I got in a call with him. I think it was the day before the cup, actually. And because Lou texted me, he was like, I got the spot. I'm like, all right, cool. Fire got the spot, whatever. So that means Kenny didn't get the spot. And then I was in Discord with him and he was just like, should I play with Huntsmen? Like, I don't know if I want to play. I'm like, bro, just play. Like, just play. It'll be great for your stream. what else are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Just wake up tomorrow and not sure. You know what I'm saying? He had like 2K viewers the first day. He had a lot of viewers the next day. So I think I think he plays for the Huntsmen or he just chills. Like I think a mental reset can really help, like really help you, deal with burnout. I don't know if you could speak on this trade, but like I feel like, bro, like Kenny is when was 11 years deep, 2015 to 20. He's 11 years deep. You experience burnout and your dope levels drop. You don't want to play anymore. He's especially him. He feel like he's conquered everything. 2-time world champ MVP, season MVP. He's got everything. So I just feel like he does have a level of burnout, and he could deal with it, and play for the Huntsmen. But he could also chill and then still play if he wanted to. So I feel like he has options. He should just do whatever is best for him financially and for his career. But I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool if he played for the Huntsmen, honestly. The Huntsmen, they kind of, no disrespect. I mean, I talked to Zenny. I talked to him about his roster, too. They kind of fell off. Put in Renegade on the AR. They would admit to themselves that was a huge mistake. I mean, they did lose their two best players, Neum and Kipps. But, like, just move. The team was in shambles. The team was in shambles. And when Huntsmen are, like, a top NA team, it helps the scene. So I think Kenny could, just be bring spotlight to the team and just be a big face in challengers. So,
listen, I'm on job duties sideways, but I am paying attention as well. I think if Kenny's going to do anything, it is join the Huntsmen for the year, whatever like that. I think it's good exposure, not just for him, because listen, people have been talking shit about Kenny for the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? They've ever since that world champ win on Optic, it's been rough.
Yeah.
Now, like Don says, mental resets for sure. Like, it's either Kenny's got to decide though if he wants the mental reset or he wants to play, because I feel like I feel like he's in two minds right now, and you can clearly see because he's like, I don't know what I want to do, and then a month later he's in tryouts with teams that respectfully could ruin careers.
Yeah.
We've seen it from Slasher, mental resets, all that type of stuff. We've seen it from a few players, if you don't want to go play, if you're not 100% there, don't do it. Now, I think Huntsman, Challengers, Kenny said some things about Challengers. I think Challengers would be good only on a team like Huntsman. Somewhere where it's like, recognizable, he's there to play, like there's a little system there. But if he doesn't want to play, just wait till next game. Just wait till next game. Stay with the BP boys for a little bit. Have some fun. But I think by the end of the year, he's going to find out whether he actually wants to play or not. Because the thinking time you have between when you don't play, like when you get dropped or whatever like that, you really do have some thinking time to be like, shit, do I really want this? And then you do other things on the side and you realize, shit, I'm having fun. And the only thing you really miss about competing, now I'm going to speak for myself on this, the only thing I miss about competing is being on that main stage. That's the only thing I miss. I don't miss the scrims. I don't miss roster mania. I don't miss the GA chat. I don't miss the meta swaps. I don't miss the fakeness of people. I don't miss none of that. The only thing I wish I could do is never scrim again and just hop on main stage for the dopamine. That's the only thing I wish for. Now, once you get past that, once you get past all of that, and you come to terms with it, and you're okay with it, that the only thing you really, really want to do is just dope on main stage, I promise you it's the greatest feeling ever. I don't watch people compete now and online or anything like that and be like, damn, man, I wish that was me. I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, being a pro, it was cool. It was fun. It was so fun. Like, it was a dream of mine. It's a dream of everyone's. But once you do it for how long that I done it, how long Don done it, and, Krim, Karma, they done it way longer than us. It's a chore. Like, it really is a drag. So I think time off for players when they're not 100% sure is the best thing ever.
Max Verstappen's about to take a sabbatical from Formula One. He's probably going to take a year or two off and come back. Probably.
Like, I genuinely think if you take the rest of the year off, it's Kenny. People are still going to pick him up at the end of the year. Like, let's be honest. He doesn't have to play. I just know he's in two minds right now of being like, shit, if I don't play, maybe I don't get picked up, but I don't want to play. I don't want to go to challenges. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like some time off for him would be great. But the only challenger team I would join if I was him is Huntsman. That's where I see him.
Yeah, I see where that makes some sense. Of course, Brack was also here as well. We're pretty sure he was getting a trial, at least he was a consideration for the Surge. But now that story has changed as well. So it looks like, obviously, Surge haven't confirmed anything yet as far as I can tell. But it looks like Nero's going to Surge. So we've got, I don't know what Surge are cooking exactly, but whatever. We've got Tej, Gwyn, Lunas, and Nero. That's the team 4. You like it, Don? So that sounds good to you?
I mean, honestly, bro, I don't mind the Nero pickup. I mean, the Surge team has reached that zone. You know, I love Tej as a person, man. I don't really know the other people, but they've just reached that zone where it's chalked. I mean, if they picked up Brack, they would have been chalked. If they picked up, their options were, I think the 3 people were
Beans
was
the
it
other
or
one,
4? It was Beans, Brack, Nero, and Vivid. I think those were the 4 options. And obviously, I feel like out of those 4, Beans is probably the best one. But
Beans, it makes no sense to him though.
They would have been chalked. Like you're gonna be like respectfully. Like at this point, I don't care who joins the team. I honestly don't care what the team does because they're just chalked. They're gonna lose. They're gonna not make champs. They're just playing, and they really don't have like a purpose or a goal. Honestly, I don't even know what did these guys talk about when they scrim? What do these guys talk about when they make rosters? What is there? I would love to see a public statement for the coach, like, hey, I know this team is ass, but maybe we can, maybe make a championship Sunday run or something. I don't even know. I don't know what this team is trying to accomplish at this point. So yeah, I mean,
it's the same thing for Cloud9 in some respects. It's like,
yeah.
What are we doing here? Like, what's the point?
If you speak to players, like Kenny was like, whenever we heard the rumors and before because we were in shambles for a second, we didn't know if we were trying to get Cammy, keeping what, like, you know what I'm saying? So Kenny was like, Nero's gross. Like, I'm telling you, talent wise, Nero's insane. So I DM Nero. I think he's a solid player, of course, especially if he came down to challengers, he would fucking shit on people. So. He's a good player. I just think the team is done. So,
listen, their goal is to make it to the end of the year still getting money. If you're gonna, that's
that
the
is
goal.
the goal. That is
like,
okay.
Love the players, the pieces. I'm not personally attacking anyone, but this team is just ass. Just make it to the end of the year, still getting money. You're not gonna make champs. Cool.
I mean, look, man, it just annoys me how every year we just got a new poverty org, because apparently I saw something on Reddit, like Surge got nominated for like Canadian, because it's like the Vancouver thing now, esports org of the year or something. And I'm like, what are we doing? Okay, maybe last year they had a good run or something, but like, come on, man. It's obviously fallen off just that little bit. So that was what Huntsmen were up to, but they did get bopped out top 8. I mean, they got slapped around by Swooty. Here he is with a nice little 1v3. So, I mean, what do we think about Swoot? We think he's got, because I don't know, like, he's an entertaining character, and then he's been playing with the Stallions for a little bit. I want to see him. I want to see it work in some way. And obviously, you guys ended up taking him down yesterday. There was a little bit of drama actually, but go on.
Swooty is great for content. I think he is a solid player. It's just what Zen said is true. I mean, people can say whatever they want to say, but like, bro, we have a full roster full of pro players. So do P7. P7 have a full roster full of pro players. You were saying it in your video. Maybe there's the Geo Mac team. Who's on that team? Geo Mac, Yuli, and Wake.
Yeah,
that's a whole team full of pros. So like, going up again, like he's behind these pro players. These guys are pro players, even though it's challengers. These guys are pro players for many, many years. He's behind them in terms of like in-game IQ. So yesterday, I seen a tweet. Yesterday was the furthest he's ever made it. And he was with a fill-in. He was a fill-in with a pickup team. Well, he filled in for like the team that got third at the LAN, which is good. You know what I'm saying? That's a step in the right direction. You just need to get a team that it's just so hard to beat the teams and challengers that have like good IQ. Even that one EUP7 team, those guys are basically pro. Like the team with Harry and all them, and then the Rock. Like there's basically like any of those 5 teams I've named where every player on the team was like in the league at some point. Like it's just hard to beat them. It's hard to beat them if you're like a Swooty and you're just coming up and you're trying to like get your feet wet for the first time. So I don't really put his results against him, but like at the same time, you do need like a solid team. And I just feel like, this is the best Stallions team Zuma built this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he goes the entertainment route. Sometimes I don't know, but like he could definitely build a team to like put these guys in good position and give them a real coach. Give them a real coach, like if Sam or Dill like really tried to coach them, you know what I'm saying, and not just do it whenever, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you could definitely build up Swooty and build up some of these players because they're not bad. It's just a disadvantage, bro. These guys were fucking pros for like 5-6 years. Like,
I mean, we had this discussion before about like, listen, Tommy could have any challenger player he wants, realistically, and he's stuck with Swoot. Now, I think Swoot's talented. Like, clearly, he's a world champion in a different game. He comes over here, he can shoot straight. Like Tom, like you said, Tom goes down the entertainment route of things, and I fuck with it. I do. And like you said, this is Swoot's best placement. I feel like Swoot kind of got screwed over last season on the elite team. He got put with 3 Saudi Arabian players. Like that's just recipe for disaster, like there and then. I said it when I was watching him. I said it like after. Yeah, it's very good. I think he's a good person to have in the scene. Like I said, I just think. I think Tommy can either build the best challenger roster in the world or progress these players, like Don said, with like a coach who's there 24/7, or the support system that they really do need could actually like make them like step up a level. You know what I'm saying? But listen, whatever Tommy's doing with it, it's none of my business. I think it's fire what they got going on. I watched their argument yesterday between Don and Tom.
Yeah, I got that up. I got that up here.
Little heated one.
Little heated, yeah.
But it's still love at the end of the day, isn't it, Don? Like,
yeah. Bro, I lived with Tom. People were like, "What the fuck?" I had because I said I'll fucking like choke slam him and Dill or some shit. Mind you, guys, we literally teamed together for a whole year. I love these guys. I had fucking UFC specialists in my mention. You're not a fighter.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the replies.
I'm not gonna fight them. I have go to a UFC gym. Brother, I'm not a UFC fighter, brother. I'm just fucking trolling my friends, saying I'd whoop their ass. Like, I'm not gonna fight them.
Bro, I was
still need it on the undercard, bro.
Nothing makes
me
laugh
scrappy draws undercard.
Nothing makes me laugh more than like Twitter comments of like friends that are arguing, and they're like, oh, what's Don done in his career talking to Tommy like that? Like, this shit's insane. It's like, bro, these motherfuckers lived together for a whole goddamn year. What do you, like, through COVID too? Like, they didn't live together on through just regular circumstances. These guys lived together because they couldn't even leave the house too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you're getting one heated little argument. Everyone's like, bro, nah. Bro, I'll shoot Don for you, Tom. I'll kill him.
Yeah.
Hey, stop talking to him like that. You're done, Don. Next time I see you, you're gone off the planet. Like,
yeah, hella shooters. I tip it. That's why I ain't even say that. You got shooters, bro.
You're in a 1v6,000, bro. You were fucked. You were fucked. But yeah, no. Someone asked if like talk about Zuma 10 beef. There's no beef there whatsoever. There's no beef.
Just for my thing, just to comment the last thing on the tournament. The tournament was so Mickey because we were screaming Sake hardpoint and Gridlock hardpoint. Well, Clifftown, we'll talk about the match in a second.
Oh, yeah.
But this whole week, right, we knew as a community, like all the people that were playing the game, we knew that Sake's going to be in, okay? We also knew that Gridlock was going to be in, right? We didn't know about Clifftown. So the people that when Clifftown just got forced in, Okay, that's fucking fugazi. We'll talk about that later. But my whole point was, why are you guys trying so hard to win the series? Because when we played Beans in them, that's another thing. They said, oh, we only played for a day. Okay, whatever, right? If Sake in the other map, you know what I'm saying? We lost exposure hardpoint. That's not even a map anymore. And we knew that the whole week. We knew exposure hardpoint was not a map the whole week, and we did not scrim exposure hardpoint the whole entire week. So that's why it was just like kind of annoying from my point of view. It's like, I get you guys want to win, but like, why don't we just play what we know that we're gonna play? And then what do you know? Not even a day later, fucking Sake and Gridlock are maps, which we knew. We knew they were gonna be maps. So that's why that was basically my argument. Is like, hey, Swooty and y'all, Swooty's not even on y'all's team. Why not just play the new map? Like, why are we not? And then they played like they played like the face it overtime rules.
Okay.
Or the face it overload rules, which was so weird. It's like, guys, we're not gonna forfeit you for playing the normal rules. Like, I don't know why you guys are like making us play. We played a fucking like a 15-minute side on overload. Like, Abe had 40 kills on one side because it was a 5-minute round. When you picked up the ball, the clock stopped. So the round was round was like 12 minutes. Yeah. And then the second round was like 12 minutes. It was like a 30-minute map. And we're just like, why don't we play the new maps? Yeah. Why don't we play the rules we've been scrimming all week? And it was the same thing versus P7. At least P7 we played normal overload. We just didn't play with Sake and Gridlock, which is fine. Whatever, kudos to them, they won. But it's like, guys, this cup, if whoever wins this cup is not changing their seed. Whoever wins this cup, this shit is for 500 cash. Let's just get better. So that was just my argument towards Zuma, and he agreed, and he just got rage baited with the chat. It was just funny. It was really, to me, just an entertainment thing. Like, I knew what I was doing. And then everyone came in the chat. They're like, he's pressing you. Zenny's in there rage baiting him. Don just made Tom his urinal, and then Tom's reading it, and then now he's tight. So it was just, to me, I was just taking advantage of the moment. But I love Tom, man. I love Tom.
A little break-in, real quick.
We do have a little break-in.
There's ReeaL has officially joined the Miami Heretics till 2028.
Here he is.
Until 2028?
Yeah, that's what they say. We've got, here it is. Welcome back. Oh.
Welcome back, ReeaL, to Miami Heretics. Now listen, someone's getting shafted on that team. Because if you think they've picked ReeaL up to not play him in this season, you've got another thing coming. There's a reason ReeaL has signed with these people, this organization. He's been promised a spot.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's been promised a spot. And I think he probably comes back in mid-major.
Mid-major?
Not mid-major, but you know what I'm saying? Mid-major qualifiers. Mid-major qualifiers. He's definitely been like, yo, join. We don't want to fuck anyone over. But you're going to be playing soon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, he's going to play.
Yeah, he's going to play.
Because people saying Zuma called it, and I'm like, well, yeah, but also ReeaL back to Miami is not a surprise. The shock about Zuma's thing was that he said Trakes was going to go, which was the surprise, I thought. Like, ReeaL back to Miami is like, this should not be shocking. The only shocking thing is that it's a fucking 3-year deal or something. Like, the 2028 thing's kind of crazy to me, but like, I never thought it was going to be that serious with all the beef and all this with Toronto.
They're treating this guy like he's the franchise player.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they wanted him locked.
Yeah,
I know.
He just left these motherfuckers for Koi and said, fuck your verbal agreement, and said, fuck it, I'm back now, boys. I got shit on over there. I'm back.
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
is that not what happened?
No, yes, what happened?
Yeah, that is basically what happened. So,
and also
Heretics, surprised.
Heretics were not SOB in this. ReeaL said, yo, can I come back? They said, yeah, of course.
I know. You think like they should have been a little more like...
Oh, if I'm Heretics, I'm like, yo. No.
25K, maybe? 24K? We're going to give you the Cloud9 bag if you're trying to come back.
Hey, you left me for something for grass is greener. But I'd have been trolling him. I'd have made him go for initiations.
And he comes back and they just gift him a three-year bag straight off. It's actually kind of crazy, I can't lie.
sign-on bonus and a guarantee to play after Metals drops
Yeah.
a fucking 0.7 real quick. Like,
Yep.
you're in, bro.
ReeaL's actually kind of niced it, to be fair. Like,
Bro,
he's headed
probably
off
got
to
the best deal
Toronto for a
there.
bag. He's got pissed on and has still come back and got the offer. He just gets to re-sign that verbal agreement. He just delayed it 3 months.
He was
Clever,
like, boys, I was trolling you. I was making sure they were getting shit on for a little bit. I was gonna come back. Like,
Yeah,
bro, you guys didn't see the vision. Like, bro, I had a whole master plan. Sorry, I didn't let you guys know until now.
Viper with the 2, he says, Rencor and Super are UFAs after BO7. It is for that. So I guess that's fair, right? They want to at least keep someone on the lockdown. But also, I mean, it's possible they lose Rencor. That is fair. But it's just tough in the Heretics because, I mean, we thought maybe Rencor was going to go to FaZe in the off-season. It was a rumor. Didn't happen. Obviously could happen going forwards. But also, yeah, Miami want to keep the Spanish thing going. It makes sense for them to get ReeaL back. It's like he's just going to have to do something a bit better. I don't know what his visa situation looks like. There was a bit of talk about that, Don. I don't know if you heard about this or know anything about this.
I've seen the tweets or something.
Because he was on, obviously, Toronto. He's got the Canadian thing. But, look, it's a solvable problem, but it's not like he can probably just come in and play immediately, I think. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have no idea how the visa shit is always crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Trey would probably know more, but I like the pickup. Pickup's good. ReeaL was great for this team. He just got shit on versus Toronto, or when he played for Toronto. So he should be fine. And man, who's gonna get dropped? ReeaL is playing at this champs, and he's playing when the shit he's playing. So
I mean, you don't sign him on a 3-year contract to keep him on the bench. So
yeah.
He's playing. He's playing Major 3. Like, he's playing.
He's probably playing Major 3. Maybe they give the team one more chance, but
fuck no, they got shit on both LAN events.
Fuck no,
bro, they got shit on both LAN events, bro. They're just gonna go, yo.
Yeah, they did.
Whoever's late to the next scrim, they're out. Like, this whole team's on a. Well, I say whole team. It's besides Rencor and Super, you're on a fine line.
Yeah.
Realistically, like, they fuck with Metals, like, but like, personally, to me, I'm not saying Trakes is bad, but it was like kind of a proven recipe with Metals, ReeaL, Super, and Rencor before.
100%.
That's the thing.
That would be the smartest switch to me. Now, not because I think Trakes is bad. I think Trakes is very, very good. I'm just saying what works or what has worked before. Different game though, so it might not work. Yeah, I can tell you what's going to go on with this team. I think the players are not in the greatest spot either because they know now that they've signed ReeaL. Like, ain't no one dapping up ReeaL right now because he's there to take his spot.
Yeah.
And like I said, ReeaL's definitely been gifted. ReeaL's definitely been gifted like you're gonna be playing this major, or like, we're gonna get you in. Don't worry, because one, you don't just leave your team.
Yeah, and
like
he also asks for it, right? You remember when Adam he was like, he literally asked to leave.
And all these other
they granted
teams
it.
are bad. All right, ReeaL could fit into most of these teams and make them good. He ain't pulling up like. He ain't just gonna be like, yeah, I'll sit on the bench until like them
I
two
get the
leave.
boys
Yeah, for
water
sure.
and coffee. Like.
Yeah. Yo, what do you want, Trakes? Yeah, sure. Just spikes it with.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, you've got laxatives in your water, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta play this new match.
It's the games you
bro.
play, man.
Bro, it must have been that food you had yesterday. It's
That's crazy, man.
What me though? Yo, boys, you ready to spawn in? Cool.
So we'll
Oh,
see.
man.
But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. But I kind of get that, right? In my head, I think it probably has to be Metals to go at some point. Because, like, Metals has also been around. It's not like he's old and washed up exactly, but, like, he's been around a long time. Like, Metals was the only guy who was part of the original Heretics team way back in Black Ops 4. You know, like, he was the young kid, exciting kid back then. But we are talking 7 years down the line. And not many players have careers that span that type of length. So I think Metals deserves some credit for that, but also Trakes comes in, he's cooking, looks like maybe second, third best rookie of the season so far, up there with Lurks and probably Kips. Then you got to think it's worth considering. But I guess this is the other thing, and what I wanted to get into next, actually. about the Falcons is that we know, Trey, that when decisions are made that have consequences for team chemistry, that things can go bad. So in the Heretics case, I'm thinking, well, if you were to drop Metals and then bring him back and instead drop Trakes, is that worse than the other way around? But putting that to one side, the Falcons, because they've decided to spend a bit of time doing some trials. They had QK in the roster. Do they play you guys, Don, actually? Do they scrim you guys? Yeah, they did. So, and they tried out, of course, because the Exnid plays, sensational. Exnid was playing under whatever, JP26 or something. You're playing under some other account. People were trying to figure out, okay, is this Exnid, is this Pred? But it didn't really seem to matter because the whole team was getting, it weren't looking great.
Yeah. It looked bad. I'm pretty sure we beat them 4-1 at hard points, and I mean, once they got 24-point club, and it was just all over Reddit, and it's just I just knew pretty much whatever that roster was, where that roster wasn't going to be the roster. So, I mean, the whole time everyone was saying that Pred should have never been dropped. I don't know. It's just such a weird situation, honestly. I feel like they should have valued AG more and not disrespected him. Just because I feel like he is so impactful and so important for this team in particular. And I feel like from our scrim, Cell, I mean, there was a funny clip of me saying, Cell want to play with Pred, Cell was doing some bullshit. Some shit. I was like, bro, there is no fucking way, Cell is locked the fuck in and doing his thing. Cell was doing some bullshit. So I don't know. That team to me is still in a weird spot. Just because I feel like, it's the same logic that Trey uses. You just tried to drop AG, you just tried, it just, I don't even know if they played.
I was going to say, did they trial, I
don't even know if they played with AG and QK. You know what I'm saying? I think Xnid is they just don't want to drop Xnid. I feel like it was just basically them trying to see if they could drop AG and get better. But it just doesn't, I don't know. I have such mixed thoughts on these guys. I don't know if they're going to be good. I don't know if they can rebound. I feel like they shouldn't have disrespected AG. They don't want to drop Xnid, but clearly he's the person that has to go if they were to drop someone. So it's just, they're just stuck, bro. They're just stuck, and there's no way they get I can't see them making a Sunday. I just can't. Especially after just this bullshit. They just wasted time. I don't know. What you think, Trey?
It's choked.
Okay.
All right, listen. I don't know how many more times I have to be right about this fucking thing.
You're going to be right again, though. You are going to be right again.
Apparently, for the 4th year in a row when this keeps happening and the team still sucks. Listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you. They tried getting rid of Pred and Xnid. Not both together. I'm saying it was Pred or Xnid. That was the rumor. QK comes in, doesn't play well at all. All right, let's be honest. Didn't have great scrims. He might have crumbled under the lights.
He might have crumbled.
Because let's be honest, he had his opportunity to play with 3 world champions.
He did.
And he crumbled. You got 24-point club. That would be enough for me to say that we're never trying this shit again. I think me and my iridescent rank play teammates wouldn't have got 24 points. And I've played with some horrendous iridescents. I don't think I'm getting 24-point clubbed. Me, Rab, Don, and Steve are not getting 24-point clubbed.
We just got to rotate one time.
Bro,
at least one rotation.
Bro, we got one rotation in this.
You got to roll one time.
For sure.
Now we're at the point where they've done all this fucking bullshit. Okay, they've done everything possible. They've tried QK, they've tried Xnid. I didn't see an AG scrim, by the way.
Yeah, we only saw a couple. I think we saw 2 of their scrims, but yeah.
Now, I don't know if this was some kind of fucking test to see how everyone reacts if they try dropping Xnid, but yeah, this team is donezo. They're not making a Sunday. They're not going to get any better. They should have made a change when they could. And now we're in this bullshit of, wow, they said, all this Twitter came out. XNID was going to get dropped. It was either Xnid or Pred. Now, that just says to me that XNID is undroppable. Has to be undroppable.
I mean, Chad Google in the chat says, I mean, I think he's just making, I don't know where he's pulling this from. XNID is Saudi royalty and has connections to the owner of the Falcons. Look, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
People been saying that.
Yeah. So, I don't know, but, I mean, I've been hearing XNID's undroppable since Major 1. And here we go again.
Well, I heard stuff different, but my stuff comes from sources.
Okay, you actually got sources. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm not going to out them, but just in this situation alone, this team sucks at LAN. They suck at S&D. And I'm like, shit, guess what I'd do if I sucked at LAN? I'd make a change. Guess what I'd do if I suck at S&D? I'd make a change. And they've tried that. Said, shit, we just got 24-point club. My old team didn't get 24-point club. We'll just run it back. This team is chalked. Because they all have problems with how some people play. They all have, you know what I'm saying? There's a play style issue for sure. And I just think it's so badly chalked. And they're not in the greatest spot of all time. What are they, 8th?
Yeah, they're 8th right now.
Yep.
Now there is a pretty decent gap, so they're not chalked in that aspect. But wow, if this wasn't more chalked than the Boston situation, I don't know what is.
Are they ahead of Ravens? Are they 7 actually?
They're 8th ahead of Ravens, but Toronto leapfrog both of them at the major.
Oh, okay.
So they're 15 points gap on Ravens they've got, but they are 8th seeds. I mean, they're tied with Toronto, but they're behind on tournament placings or something.
But this whole trying out players and stuff like this, you just got to drop the player and then try out 2 players. Seattle did it, Ravens did it. They got rid of their players and then trialed 2 fresh players done, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Just commit to the droppage.
Yeah. Just commit. Just get it sorted out. Drop 1 and then trial 2. Just do it. It just seems to me like it was a whole ploy to make it sound like they're doing something. And then when it didn't work out, they were like, fuck it. We'll bring XNID back. This team, I think they're all very good individually, but this team is probably short right now.
Viper says, sell Kismet, get Kenny. Thanks for the 2.
I don't think that's going to help Matt even go.
Yeah, I don't. It's tough. Whenever you come close to making a change and then you don't pull the trigger, it feels like a strange situation in the camp because I don't know who's making the decisions there, but it can't be completely on Clay. Because you'd assume Clay's basically coach, general manager, but if Clay had full dominion over what he does with this team would not be the same, Don.
There's no way, because that's basically my whole thought process. I was like, Temp would believe that he's. Listen, our team. I feel like after our team, I was around Clay, 10 hours a day for a year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I know Clay pretty fucking well. He is kind of brain dead sometimes. He thought I was a slow AR, but he is brain dead. But he's not that fucking stupid. He clearly could see his team are some fucking dirty kill whores. He could clearly see that the team he should drop somebody. He's not that fucking brain dead. So there's no way Clay has a big authority on this, in my opinion. And if he does, then he's brain dead. He needs to be brain dead sometimes. He'd be off the papaya, you know what I'm saying? He'd be off the papapi and all that type of shit. So
Clay's getting paid good to be their coach. If he starts going rogue and disobeying what the big boys, the big bosses want, he could be chalked. So I see what's going on. I see what's going on.
I reached out to just some extra. I reached out to some people that know a lot, and I was like, how much do coaches make? How much? What's the how much are they making? Because maybe there's something I could pursue. Or if they're not making shit, I wouldn't pursue it. And both people I asked, they're like, Clay, highest paid coach, he making that good money on. So if he highest paid coach, he getting paid. He might be on the AG contract I'm not finna fuck that up either. You know, tell me what to do. Oh, you want Xnit on the team? Bet. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up.
Bro, everyone's like, yo, we can't do nothing with Xnit. Clay's like, yeah, you can.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I see the vision.
I don't think he's the problem. You guys costing him.
Yeah.
So you two either sort it out, or you're both gone. Cause I'll do it. I'll do it. He walks out the room. He's like, fuck.
Execute order 66 type shit. He just gets the call.
Clay's just looking at like,
drop
shit,
AG.
bro. Like, I'm donezo, bro.
Yeah.
I just told 2 world champs they suck.
It's tough. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Nah, Clay got. Listen, I don't pocket watch, but Clay got to be on a night, bro. Clay got to be making more money than some of these players.
Oh, he's making way more money than some of
You know
these
what I'm
players.
saying? He might be making more than all the bottom tier orgs.
Oh, 100%.
Combined.
Which is combined. Which respectfully is fair. You know, Clay's stature, Clay's personality, Clay's every social presence, everything like that. Fair enough, making money. I just think it's a little bit choked.
But like, look, if you're gonna pay Clay the big bucks to have him sit there, like, you don't want him to just sit there and be a yes man, right? Like, what's the point? We're gonna pay him 300 racks just to sit there and
they
agree
love
with
a
me.
yes man though, don't they?
They do love it.
Yeah, but like, come on, right? I'm paying Clay Star to make a decision.
If Steve started paying me Clay contract money, yo, what do you want, Steve? yeah, I'm a bitch. Yeah, for sure. Yo, Trey, we're giving you a pay rise, 300K. I bet, yeah.
Okay. Sound.
You're a bitch, though. Yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
You want the shoes polished, Steve?
Yeah.
Bet.
What's for dinner? Oh, yeah, I'll get you that.
I got you.
Yeah. No, listen, you know, I enjoyed the Kismet on the sub row.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
People are saying that, like, can we...
I know, bro. But...
Bulldog and Pred, could make sense. I could see that maybe working.
It makes sense, but Xnid can't run the AR, so now we're chucked. So now Kiz is back of uncomfortability. Xnid's just running around getting kills. And listen, it works online, but they still suck at S&D.
Yeah.
And they might suck even more now.
I think, I think it's tough. As you said, Don, as well, like, Pred's going to feel disrespected to a level. I know that Clay's having combos with Pred and it's like, look, Edgy, I didn't want to do this. But but it is what it is.
He was like, bro, but I was donezo, bro. They had me here, bro.
Yeah. Nothing I can do.
We're making out like the org's like a dictatorship. There's probably a great org to be a part of. But like there's definitely some like ongoings in the background that makes it difficult for sure.
Yeah. And I think it can be like that, and whether they figure that out, or they take the shackles off or whatever at some point. It's just interesting, but like they can't. We'll see what happens this stage, because if they keep spending this amount of money to still get no results, it's like, what's the point, you know? So we'll see. But obviously, Xnid does have some value as a player, but also there's obviously maybe other reasons why he's still over there, according to various sources and discussion. The other confirmation we do have is coming out of the Ravens. They've done a tweet. They say, so Brian Saints cooked up another masterpiece. This time we've not got hashtag DaFlock. That one's been retired.
Yeah, DaFlock needed to fuck off. That is the worst hashtag I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, it's not even in their bio anymore. They got when they dropped Nero, they dropped the DaFlock.
Yo, they thought that was so tough.
They thought this was hard, yeah.
They thought, finish that tweet off with DaFlock.
This is the worst shit of all time, man.
Yeah, attack from above. Yeah, that's not much better.
It's not. It's better than DaFlock. Yeah. So DaFlock is gone. Attack from above is in, and Lou's in. Did you know Lou had a 1.2 on LAN? We'd like to welcome Fire to our roster for the upcoming split. Would like to, or you have? Like, you know, you're interested in Fire? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna clown Brian Saint, because he's got to do all these bloody tweets. Bless him. Tune into our first match with the new roster at 3 p.m. Eastern on Friday versus the Gentle Mates, hashtag attack from above. Obviously, no graphic in this one, but we did get Exceed. Exceed did make a graphic. Welcome Fire to the Royal Ravens. So it's better than we've seen elsewhere. Like Exceed and Fire, they're back at it. definitely an interesting team. They make the change. They get rid of Nero after the major. Whether that will prove to be a good idea or not, we'll see. I think Craze also, people are going to need to keep an eye on how he performs on the SMG this stage, because he's been somewhat underwhelming, I would say. But Lux has still been good. Exceed's been good. And like Fire's been doing his thing. He's worked very hard to get this opportunity back. Really happy for him. And I think he's joining a team that at least has some potential, you know, like it's not just totally chalked on.
Yeah, man. Congrats. You know, I knew a few days early. It was between him and Ken, so it was kind of like a weird spot for me.
Yeah.
You know, so I am happy that Lou got it, honestly. I feel like him and Byron were supposed to go, and then you know, we threw up the bullshit at Major 2. So kind of I feel like us throwing up the bullshit at Major 2 made Byron lose his opportunity. And then I thought it might have affected Lou as well, because I know people were like thinking about picking him up and looking at him. So I'm glad that didn't fuck him over. Yeah, man. I mean, bro, his last time in the league. I mean, me and Trey were in the league.
Oh my God, yeah.
Before last than he was. I mean, he was in the league in fucking Cold War in like November.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like me
Yeah.
and Trey were in Modern Warfare 2 or fucking Vanguard, whatever. Like it's just like holy fuck, it's been so long. Like,
I played them in my show match because Lou was on their team from the start, right?
yeah, on Cold War, yeah.
Yeah, and they done show matches at the start, but I couldn't get to the country, so I had to play.
Oh
I had
my
to
God,
play
I
a show
remember
match UK, and we took them to the last map. I knew that team fucking sucked. I was on 130 ping, dusting them.
So it was just like, you know, I feel like his first time in the league, people tried to hold it against him, and I just feel like it was just not right. It was just not right, and this is his true shot. Honestly, he should come into it with a fresh mind, play how he's been playing. He's a very hard worker. I have nothing bad to say about him. Hopefully he fits in with the team well. I mean, him and Nero to me are complete opposites. Lou's a little bit slow. Lou is a main AR. He doesn't wall bounce. He's just fucking holding his iron and he's getting kills. So hopefully it translates. And you know, apparently the tryouts went incredible with him versus the tryouts with Ken. So the team trusts him. He's had success with Exceed before at the World Cup. They actually beat Rocker at the World Cup. They got top 8 at the World Cup last year. I think it was Fire, Hixie, Cap, and Exceed. It was a weird ass team.
Bunch of bullshit just together.
Yeah, they had 4 SMG players.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Then they had Lou on the AR, so or 3 SMGs in the Lou on the AR. So I don't know. I'm excited to see how it is. Hopefully, you know, they can maybe make a run. I'm rooting for him. It's just every time I fucking, you know, my players make the league, I put my Surge cape on, they're shit. I put my Boston cape on, they're shit.
Well, that's because you're supporting the player when you know the team's still fucking ass.
Yeah. And the Ravens, they've had success online, so hopefully I'm gonna put my Ravens cape on. Okay, I'm rooting for them. Hopefully, we get something good to watch. Hopefully, he performs well and they do something. So.
Hey, maybe when they win, they can call him the flu.
The fuck is the flu?
I know.
Let Brian say cook on that one, man. I mean, he's got, you know, he's got plenty to work on over there.
Listen,
We'll get Claw on the case. Yeah,
flu.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, there's nothing worse than Brian Saint finishing scrims. He's got to log into that fucking. He's like, yeah, yo, Lou, you're on the team. Hang on. Starts typing on it. He's like, yeah, shit, I got to write this fucking post up, bro.
We gotta get Claw to do this shit, bro. Like we got,
bro.
Bro,
you know, there's been people say, you know, there's been people like applying to be their social media manager for free, and they're still getting turned down. Brian's begging they get a social media guy, and they're just nah, Brian, you're doing good over there, go.
Yeah, let's keep pushing.
Yo, Brian, what social posts you got planned? Yo, can we hide? Nah, I got it. Yeah, nah, for sure, I got it. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, Ravens actually are in with a shout this year. Like, they're actually not that bad. They're, as we said earlier, they're ninth in the league. Well, they shout to make champs.
Oh.
It's nothing crazy.
They're 3 games back. They can do it.
They're close.
Possible.
Like, They're honestly right
listen,
there.
listen, I'm just a big hater of the org.
Yeah.
I'm not preying on downfalls of players. I'm just playing on downfalls of organizations. Surge, Cloud9, Ravens. Ravens mostly. Actually, C9, they're up there. but that's not like the downfall had already happened with them.
Yeah,
They won
no, true,
3
true.
matches. I do hope Boston come back though. I don't see it happening.
Go on, the boys.
I don't see it happening. I'm gonna be supporting.
I'm gonna be hoping, but I'm hoping in vain. I think because I don't understand. I mean, look, we've still got Purge over there. Whatever. Like, let's just see. But I just don't see like a one-man change making too much sense. But the Ravens always like what a dog shit org. Like I remember when they were meant to host that major a couple years ago. I think it was 2024 or whatever. They had a major that got cooked. And just remember hearing that they were going to run this major, and then I went to Boston, and someone told me like, "Oh yeah, like the Carolina major ain't looking good." And we were having conversations because that was the year that Clay was there. We were having conversations about trying to do like a documentary around Clay with the Ravens and have a nice like finale because obviously Ravens weren't going to do that well, but he was on the team, so we thought, okay, maybe if Clay makes it to champs right end of the year because it was meant to be Major 4. And if they qualified for champs at that event, like that'd be a really cool storyline. It would kind of be a nice little cap off to Clay's career on some level after him going through it for a few years. And then I find out that the guys we were talking to on that call to try and make this happen, they were the guys responsible for running the event. And then we get in touch, like, okay, what's going on? Like, how's the event looking? Like, are we all cooking? And then those guys that were responsible for running the event had just been let go. They've just been fired. So they were gone. So all of a sudden, Ravens, I don't know if it was their strategy of like, we accidentally fired these guys, and it just so happened they were responsible for running the event. So I guess we can't do it anymore. Sorry, lads.
Wait, wasn't this the same year they had the cage match?
Yeah, that's what they had to do instead, I think.
Clay went from having his own event with like a bunch of fans there to just fucking doing a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely.
telling Scrap to keep himself safe.
Yeah. Steve's talking about it in the chat. We had an entire BP docu-series for Clay with like Shawston was going to go, like we were going to pay for it all and make it all happen. Like we wanted to do this cool thing around Clay's career and setup and everything. And then Ravens just blue-balled us, yeah. So, Bro, that's why you don't trust the Ravens. It is what it is.
That whole thing was so funny because when they announced that the Ravens were hosting an event, we knew for a fact they weren't hosting shit.
So how did they finesse everyone like that?
How did they go in that call and were like, yeah,
we got it. Yeah. no stress.
Yeah, we wouldn't pay minimum salary for 74 years, but we'll host one for sure.
They had the North Carolina cheese because like North Carolina will give, like the state government or whatever will give you money if you host events there, something like that anyway. So you get like subsidies to host them in that state. So I think that's why.
They still couldn't do it.
I know they still fucked it. So
I loved it though because we were like a few weeks out. We were like, yo, they haven't even announced like
tickets.
Anything. They haven't announced nothing. They haven't announced nothing. Next thing you know, fucking WWE cage match launches up. Yeah. Like, yo, we're going here.
Blazes there, fucking putting a lock on or some shit, throwing away the key.
Oh, I forgot about the lock, bro.
Yeah,
the lock.
They locked him in for the
All
finals.
players they thought they cooked.
They thought they cooked with that. Yeah.
They were like, yo, listen, we've not got a stadium here. We just got a fucking box room. Yeah. Yo, lock them in there. That'd be so tough.
I mean, they tried something. It is what it is. All right, look, people want us to talk about the map set, so let's talk about the map set. So. Things have changed, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, we'll talk about the meta after. I'll put that to the end. Let's talk about the map set. So, everyone's been crashing out. They dropped the new map set, and here it is. We have 663. Now, look, obviously, you guys working with teams / former pro players, so I understand you'll have a pro player angle in mind, which is fair enough. But I'm absolutely loving this. This is absolutely fucking fantastic as far as I'm concerned. The CDL, they've actually grown a pair of bollocks and they've decided, okay, we are just going to send it. And this is what we have. So in Hardpoint, Blackheart is gone. Exposure is gone. Saki's in, and Gridlock is in, and Clifftown is in. So Yemen is back. In Search and Destroy, we have Plaza, which to me is like a shock that we have Plaza. I don't really understand why it wouldn't be... I don't really understand why we've not done Meltdown, but okay, whatever. Like, this is going to be pretty wild, and I'm very much in favor of it to an extent. There are some things that confuse me. Like, I don't think it's perfect by any means, but I do think that the pros are crying a lot. And we'll talk about it. There's so much to say on this. But anyway, Plaza's in. Den is still there. Gridlock is in for Search. Raid is still there for Search. And then Scar is still there for Search. Surprising one to me because I don't think Scar was the best Search map by any means. Like, it's a very straightforward one bomb site. Like, I think Scar should have been gone, if anything. Love to see Fringe in there. And then Overload has stayed exactly the same. But still Exposure. So that's the other question, Don. Is like, well... People thought, oh, they're removing Exposure from Hardpoint and Search because of the frame rate glitch. But it's still in Overload. So, like, anyway, your just initial thoughts on this? Because, as you say, for a couple of days, you've kind of known that some of this is coming, but not all of it.
So, Sake for Hardpoint plays very well. People were complaining off the rip that it was like a big map. But to me, it's a more traditional COD map. I mean, you get penalty. You can't... On the P2, if you hit scrap, you spawn P3, you spawn people at new, so you actually, it's like you low-key shouldn't hit it. Just rotate, lock down the new hill. Like, it kind of is like that, kind of give and go and play ahead on the map. That's how you get big leads, by playing ahead, rotating, playing smart. So I do think that's actually a good ad. It plays nice. Gridlock Hardpoint plays pretty nice. I think it does play different compared to how it did in 5v5. I feel like P2... You just spawn on the 18, so it's kind of a shit show. The P2 is like a complete shit show compared to how it used to be, because there's always like something open. You're just spawning on the bus, just trying to like scramble to pick up mail and bottom broken, and you're just kind of scrambling to pick up everywhere. And on the Showers Hill, also, you just spawn grannies most of the time. You just spawn really far. So I think barring those two things, the map actually plays solid. It's just those two hills, I think. You know, maybe some spawn adjustments could help a lot. You know, the P2 and the P4, I feel like could definitely use work. But besides that, the P1 plays how it used to play. The Granny's Hill plays how, like, it's a solid map. You know, it works. We haven't played Clifftown. Pretty sure every single pro was like, we've never tested it. Where that's really why I feel like people, like, they kind of do have a right to bitch, because we actually did try shit. You know, the pros actually did their job this time. We tried different metas. We tried the Kogat. We tried Sake. We tried Grit. You know, we tried a lot of shit. Don't just, you know, throw Clifftown in. But Exposure, I do think Exposure needed to go. You know, I think it needs to go for Overload.
I was fed up of watching it, bro. Like, yeah, I'm not complaining about that.
I think Exposure needs to go for Overload as well. The problem is Gridlock Overload is horrendous. Me and JP were talking about it on Twitter today. He was like, yeah, maybe they could move the point, but like my team played it like 2 or 3 times. You can't like do anything. Like, the map is like just how it plays. Like, on the one side where you spawn grannies, you have to go to the right point. And then on the other side, you kind of have to, you can only score on 1 point on each side, just because, and it's not because, oh, we don't know how to play the map yet. It's because the map is so big and you spawn so far. There's no like crossovers. You know, middle map on Gridlock is a shit show. It's just a fucking car in the middle, and then it's wide open. So there's no little finesse ability. There's no nothing you could do. So I feel like Gridlock Overload, I mean, if they want to like force it in, that's why they did it, because it's shit. It's not really playable. So I do feel like this is cool for now. I just think they should keep fucking with it. You know, let's have these maps for Major 3. Let's keep Plaza in, and we haven't tried Plaza besides rank play. You know, Fringe, I was wondering why we haven't played Fringe, because people play the S&D tournaments and Fringe look perfectly fine. You know, I know Trey's wanted Fringe and it looks perfectly fine in search tourneys and shit. So we'll see. I just think let's keep this for this split. Let's look forward to, you know, hopefully we get Expo out for Major 4. You know, something, you know, maybe replace Clifftown for Major 4. We haven't even played it, so I honestly can't hate on it yet. I've just played it in rank play a couple times and it just looked and kind of felt kind of shit, but we'll see. The verdict's out for Clifftown.
Listen, a map specialist here.
Yeah, welcome back.
Just giving my professional analysis on what's going on there. I like that, they've put new maps in. What I don't like about it is they've put Plaza S&D in, which is by far one of the worst S&D maps I have ever played on this godforsaken game.
It is going to be a mess in it in that P1.
Well, no one's going to play it. That's the funny thing. No one's going to play it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's going to get vetoed a lot.
It is going to get vetoed a lot, yeah.
Listen, the pros might even have a GA where they've gone, let's just GA the map. And
no one play it. That always, someone will cheese it. Falcons will cheese it.
Well, the first person that picks that, I promise you, doesn't play scrims for a month.
It can't be that bad.
Secondly, Colossus, ass map. Hate that map. I think it's one of the worst hardpoint maps I've ever seen in my life.
They got rid of it for search, at least.
Yeah, which is, thank God for that. But Don, I don't know what you think about Colossus, but as a map, how it plays.
My team's just really good at the map, so.
Yeah, but like,
I love that.
We love that map.
with no bias, the map's ass, correct?
It's a pretty bad map. The P3 is awful to break. The P2, it's you just fly. Most of the hills, honestly, once you like give it one good crack, you're just running at people on a heady, and it's very fast.
Colossus reminds me of AW. You just got a world star. It's
you just got a world star. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, we lost
spawns.
It's fun
to watch. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Sake, I don't mind the map. Just good luck to any team spawning out. It is the most boring running simulator of all time when you're spawning out. Like, it is genuinely a drag. But I don't hate the map. I actually think it does play pretty good, spawns and whatnot. Clifftown. Oh, boy.
If you're talking about spawning out, welcome to
I don't know who authorized this map to be put into the CDL Roster.
I'm so excited for this, man. I'm actually so buzzing.
I don't know who done this. I don't know who's smoking black tar heroin over there. But wow. If there was a map that I thought could not make it into the CDL rule set, this would be one of them.
Yeah.
It is a little confusing, like, because they've put Fringe in for search, and like logically you'd think, well, if you are going to add another hardpoint map, then like maybe Fringe, like that could make sense.
The issue is Fringe back in the day was very fucking fun to play and very good to watch. They keep fucking up every single spawn possible in this.
Yeah, that is true, but
they just ruin all spawns, and I don't get how you do it. Gridlock hardpoint. I'm kind of excited to watch that. I don't feel like that map's terrible. I think that is a little bit more nostalgic. Spawns are still a bit funky on those. I really wish they just kept the same spawn system from the maps. It's a remake, so just remake the map, not remake the spawns. It's a remaster of the map. I don't get it. Someone said this Trey like any map. No, I'm just giving you a realistic expectation of.
I mean, you actually gave Saki a bit of gas, surprisingly. You actually said it was okay.
I mean, that map's just running simulator.
Yeah, I mean, you're still probably, 6 out of 10 maybe?
I give it 5.
5, yeah, okay. But that's not bad for Trey.
I will say it's probably one of the better hardpoint maps. Yeah, it's probably one of the better hardpoint maps. I'm so shocked they gave us Clifftown and Plaza. I really am. Talk about trying to force feed dog shit maps down our throats because it's Black Ops 2 remasters. My word, can you just bring back Arsenal? Even Hacienda at this point, just something. Because if I watch a Plaza S&D, granted, fun to play, but wow. It's just 4-man fucking A-bomb grueler fest. Fun to watch.
We'll see. I don't know. Like I'm very intrigued to see how this plays out.
I'm sick of seeing Raid S&D Prop 2. That map's ass too. Let's get that out of there.
Nah, Raid stays.
Listen, it's all these Black Ops 2 remakes. What did I say when they first brought it out? Ass. Granted, like, give us Meltdown. Even that map sucks, but just give us Meltdown. And Overload, I'm upset that they could not find a good Overload map to replace Exposure with.
There must have been something that was playable, but like it was only Gridlock that got tried really. And
this is the kind of shit we're working with, Rab, and I'm gonna go crazy right now.
Yeah.
Every single map on the game has 3 Overload bull spawns. One on the left side of the map, one in the middle, and one on the right side of the map. Right lane, left lane, mid lane. So can you tell me why on the Overload Gridlock that when I cap the ball, it doesn't go to the left side of the map, it just goes to the left side of mid?
I didn't even realize that.
Oh, you didn't realize that? Oh,
I didn't realize that.
oh,
Nah,
the ball
that's
has
funny.
3 spawns done like every other
They're
map.
all mid.
But it's left side mid, right side mid, and mid.
That's comedy.
Now
I
I'm
didn't
no
even realize
fucking
that.
genius.
Maybe that's why we can't score. We can
That
score
might,
on 1
that
point.
might be it. That might be the one.
I ain't no fucking genius. I'm no Einstein. I'm no fucking, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's
They
bad.
never used to bother with this because, as JP says here, like back in the day, uplink, the ball just spawns in mid. You know it's going to spawn.
Yeah.
It's always, or it wouldn't even necessarily be mid. Like on evac, it'd be spawned at the side, but you at least know it's going to be there.
I'm gonna. I see. You got the JP tweeter right now. I'm gonna disagree with what he says. I think the ball rotating actually makes the map more interesting. It makes the map play a lot better. Just so you're not just getting constantly ran through 24/7. You actually have to think about when you want to put that ball in. Someone needs to wrap round and actually do that. I don't think the map would play bad if the ball always spawned in the middle. I just think it makes the game more interesting to watch because some team might get a 4 dead really quickly, get very excited, go cap, and then counter cap pretty easily. I think it adds a little bit more of a skill gap. But map like Gridlock, yeah, just get that gone. I'm happy there's new maps. I just don't like the fact they're forcing these Black Ops 2 maps down our throats. They don't play well at all. I saw Scrap going on Twitter complaining about it. And it just doesn't work. These maps just don't work. Shout out Scrap for keeping it going. He was talking about there's a secret group chat he's trying to get a hold of to figure out what's going on. And I agree.
Well, this is my question,
agree.
right? Because I am going to clown on the pros to an extent here in a second, but like, I would love to see a little bit of transparency from the league as to how, like, exactly how they're coming to these decisions to an extent. Because what I find the most interesting thing about this whole thing to me is that a few days ago, actually 3 days ago, Octane said, guys, you might want to start running Clifftown. I'm just saying, you might want to start running it. So Octane basically told everyone, like, hey, this is going to be in the map pool. So get ready. And I don't exactly know what's been going on, but I understand that there have been some players, possibly including Octane, like retired players who have been, because the pros didn't bloody do anything after the first major. And the thing is with the pros, right? Wow. They are DEFCON 3 when it comes to crying when something like this happens. But when it actually comes to doing anything in the first place, then they're off the scene. Like, one thing that pissed me off is that, yeah, okay, you can cry about Clifftown now, and probably understandably, and we'll talk about that. But after the first major, Saki was still exactly where it is now. Apparently, after playing Saki, everyone's like, yeah, actually, no, that map's pretty good. But it was right there after Major 1. It was right there to be practiced and to be played, and nobody did. So nothing changed. And I talked to a lot of the guys from the CDL after Birmingham, and I was like, look, you guys just got to whip your bollocks on the table and actually make some map set changes here like you've done before. And that's what they've done. And okay, not all of it's going to go down a treat, but also it forces stuff into the pool. The players change them. And if Clifftown is that shit, they can just remove it, right? Like it's not, and they could even do it mid-stage. They did that before last year with Rewind. Like it's not impossible if it's just completely horrific. But also upping the map pool to 6, I think Scrap wasn't happy about that either because it means they have to scrim more or whatever. But like this is what intrigues me more than anything is if after Major 1 the pros didn't bother, so they've got together, I don't know, like Octane, Attach, Parasite, I don't know, like there's been some suggestion that these boys have been scrimming these maps to give the league some help. And Octane knew 3-4 days ago that Clifftown was going to be in the map pool, but clearly no one else did. So there's obviously something going on there, Trey.
Listen, when pros are actively not scrimming the map, you cannot put that map in the rotation. Like, all the pros are actively not playing Clifftown because it sucks. You cannot put
But they're not even played
the
it, so you don't know if it sucks. They played it in ranked.
That's all you needed. That's the sample size.
Yeah, but they would have told you Saki sucked after the first major. Nobody scrimmed Saki, and they could have put it in to the Major 2 map pool, and it would have been fine. But listen, they didn't do it because nobody scrimmed it.
I'm with people saying that they want new maps in, but you got to understand some maps just genuinely ain't going to work no matter if you played it or not. Yemen was never, ever, ever going to work. Ever.
Let's see,
and you didn't even have, you didn't have to. We're not going to see it because ain't no one playing it.
Someone will play it. Someone will play it.
I promise you, no one plays that. I'm pretty sure that all the
it
pro
will get
teams
played. Most of them will veto it, but somebody will play it for sure.
It
will be a lot of an auto veto, though. I will say.
I'm happy CDL are doing added maps in, but there's got to be a fine line between what you're adding and what you're taking away. Not one pro said, "Yeah, bring Plaza in."
Yeah,
Toshin's a better map than Plaza. Let's keep that real. I think the communication sucks between the CDL and the players. First of all, it's the players deciding, and then maybe the players got lazy and didn't play the maps like Rab says. So now the CDL decides, but the communication sucks. There is no hope in hell that we should be playing Clifftown and Plaza. Like, ever.
I'm down with him to throw something in that like has some. I appreciate that a CDL is trying to give some level of viewer variety, and I think it is something that is worth keeping in mind because at this point in the season it can get quite stale, especially with their format. And Clifftown, if it does get played, whatever the quality of that map is in this specific game, it will play a very different style of card to what is used on other maps and elsewhere. And also Plaza will be a very different viewing experience than others. So there is some value in that. And I think that it's good. I'm not if you're going to have 6 maps in Hardpoint and 6 maps in Search, I'm not opposed to one of them being like an outlier map that doesn't really get played, but when it does, it's a bit of fresh air. Like, I don't actually hate that. Even if it's, I'm not saying put Nuketown or Shipment in or whatever, but I'm saying I don't. If you're gonna have 6 maps in the pool, one of them just isn't gonna get played much. That's how it is always gonna be. So I don't mind that map being like a bit of a left field. Oh my god, wow! Optic just picked fucking Clifftown against FaZe. We've only seen it played 3 times this whole stage. Like, you know, I don't know. It's interesting.
And maybe like you said, a bum team does come in and play it. Cool, but that just says all I need to, all I need to hear is that you've picked Clifftown and I think you're dog shit.
That's also true, but like I also think it's impossible. It opens the door for the weaker teams. Like, I don't want to see the dog shit pros cry about this because in fact they should be the ones loving it. Like, if I was a pro on a top team, yeah, I'd probably be crying because like it's annoying that they fucked up my pool. But if I'm a dog shit team, this should be great because the top teams are pissed off. Like, I can get good at this map and maybe
but then
find
it's just
something
a talent
here.
thing. You're still gonna just get ran through.
Probably, but like, I don't know.
You just wasted 10 minutes playing a dog shit map to still be dog shit.
And it gets vetoed anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, listen, I just want to say to the chat, I'm not saying Toshin's a good map. I'm just saying Plaza was not the option here. Toshin was not an option. Plaza just shouldn't be an option either. Taking out Exposure and putting Clifftown in is just like the biggest, like, why would you do that ever? Now, Exposure was not a great map either. Like Don said, we've said this for months. Exposure, boring ass map.
Yeah.
But Clifftown has some of the worst spawns I've ever seen in my life. Now, I've played rank play for sure. I'm not scrimming like these pros. But I played Yemen back in the day, and I weren't spawning where some of these spawns were. And I'm not dumb either. There's not even people influencing these things. These spawns. So, also, people saying Exposure was glitched. So they had to remove it. It's just another big issue of what we're dealing with right now.
And it's still in overload, so, Godspeed.
Yeah, like, it can't be glitched that badly because they're still running it in overload. So I don't really... Listen, we're just dealing with a very weird system right now, and I'll keep it real. I'll keep it real. I don't like it. I don't like the discourse of what's going on between the players and the CDL and what people are trying and stuff like that. This was a good week for pros to test out these maps, but guess what? The pros get 1 week break every time. So what they're going to do, they're going to spend it with chilling, with their going back seeing family, girlfriends, whatever like that. They ain't going to sit there and play Clifftown for a week straight to try and prove to you guys it sucks.
Yeah.
Every player that sat there and played it in ranked play said it sucks. I don't think I load into
Yeah,
ranked
it's
play.
obviously got picked for some reason, and I'd
because
love to know from the league why. You know, like
because they wanted something else in because Exposure can't play.
Okay, but there were also other maps other than Clifftown, right? And like Octane somehow knew 4 days ago that Clifftown was getting added. So like, did they get the old boys to scrim it? Did they think it was good? Like, did they want something that was going to play more like super traditional cards? Like, I'd love to know. Not like the CDL, like have to explain this, but it would be interesting to see Spinner Spence put a little video
out. They do
out.
have to explain it. Though.
I think maybe they should. Yeah, I think they probably should.
I don't think they can just wake up on a Monday morning and go, "These are the maps. This is what you're playing, subject to change."
Because like in Counter-Strike, CS, they just choose the maps and the pros don't care, or like the pros care, but they don't get to decide. But also in and they sometimes add a new map. Like they have added, like what was it? I forget the name of the map. Like not Ancient, but like whatever that new map is. It's like the Egyptian type shit going on. Anyway,
the Cold War one.
No, I'm talking about CS maps, but it doesn't really matter. Like they added a new like a workshop map that was created a couple of years ago, and the pros would never have played on it before. But also, that was a map that had been in development for years, like it had been tested. And if it gets thrown in, it's because it's like a sound competitive map.
What?
And even if they don't have a say, it's like it would at least be playable. Anubis, yeah, precisely.
I like that they're developing maps. We're not developing.
But those are like I think Anubis was like a crowd. It was like because in that game you can actually make your own maps, right? Like that.
Yeah,
was
a forge map. It was
a forge map. Yeah, exactly.
But that's with competitive in mind too, though.
For sure, yeah.
But they're not making maps for team deathmatch plumbers.
I don't mind the CS comparison here is good in like I used to watch all these videos. The CS pros would get asked, "What map do you want to remove from the pool?" and they would all say nuke or train or whatever. But like, they actually didn't have a say in it, which I think is fine. But also, it's at least in that game they know whatever they're going to play. At least it's going to have something that works. Whereas in COD, it can be a mess.
And people say I'm bitching. I'm not bitching. I'm just keeping it a buck with you guys. Would you rather me sit here and say, yeah, nah, these maps are fire. I can't wait to watch Scrap play on them? No.
I said the same shit the other week, bro. We have to bitch. We literally have to bitch because us bitching influences the CDL.
It does work.
Look.
But also the fans bitching about the pros, that also influenced the CDL to get the new maps, because they're reacting to the feedback and the backlash from last stage where nothing changed. So like, the fans are gonna bitch, the pros are gonna bitch. Like it has an impact,
Like, have I not been saying for months that the pros are lazy and they don't change, and they don't try and change it either? Have I not been saying that?
Yeah.
If the CDL said to the pros, right, listen, you have to try out these maps for the next week. Let us know what you want to play, and they say, nah, we don't want to. Then the CDL just jumps in and do what they need to do. But at least take some feedback from everyone else saying that like other maps don't work too. You know what you should do? Fix the KD section on your match pages. You know what you should do? Stop having an opinion.
Very good.
Because he was saying, because this is the same guy that said Clifftown's going to stop these brain rot pre-aimers just rotate. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to work. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fascinated to see how it plays out. This interaction does intrigue me, though, when like Nameless is in the replies, but don't you all choose the maps? Because obviously Nameless knows that, no, they don't. They choose the maps to an extent, but not, obviously they don't make the final call by any means. So I'm just thinking, like, is Nameless in these old man 8s that they're running with Octane and the boys?
So.
I think so. I mean, who do we think? Octane, Nameless, Attach, I don't know, Havoc, Parasite, Merc.
Listen, they've got some strong people there. I just know for a fact 8 of those players did not say, yeah, Clifftown's great, let's get it in. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
Because Octane's saying, Clifftown, you might want to play Clifftown. Like, he's not saying that because he fucking likes the map. He's saying it like, shit, I'm mind blowing this in too, guys. Don't you worry.
Yeah, okay, I do hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. I'm happy there's new maps. I've just always said Black Ops 2 maps don't work on this game.
Yeah.
I've said that since they bring out Standoff. And everyone's like, bro, we should be playing Standoff, bro. Like, yeah, but you can wall jump over every wall in the map. Like, I just think that bring back Black Ops 4 maps, Black Ops 3 maps. I genuinely believe they'll be very, very good in this game. I think Fringe Hardpoint will be a good watch in this game if they fix the spawns. I don't know what's going on, Don, but remember back in the day when we were playing, when the spawns were fucked, they used to work on it pretty fast.
Yeah.
they used to work on it pretty fast. I haven't heard one thing about these game spawns changing.
Nah,
it's like they can't fix them at all.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea, because I feel like those, just on P2 and P4 on Gridlock, if they could fix those two hills, it'd be the best map in the game by far. Yeah. By far. It's such a simple fix, too.
We used to sit there and be like, yo, can you make this spawn here, this spawn here, this spawn here? Can you change it? Yeah, we'll get straight on it.
Yep.
I haven't seen one damn spawn change in this game.
Yeah.
I'm sure ChatGPT could come up with some killer spawns.
Besides the overload spawns are way different. We didn't even ask them to change it. They just did that. They just said fuck it. And then somehow they just changed.
yeah, they just fucked around.
And everyone says the new overload spawns are worse.
And now they can't change them back.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
It's like they've got one change in them a month. I just want to know what's going on. That's all I want to know. Like, even with the map changes and stuff like that, I'd like to know. I'd like to see a process, you know. And if the process is NBA calling out the pro saying they didn't do anything, like, let that be a thing. You know, you can say that type of stuff, but
they used to do, like Daniel say they used to be running these every major. There's a little community update. You remember them?
Yeah.
They'd sit down with Miles. I think they did one like at the end of last year, but they did it with Spence sometimes. Like, they'd sit down and be like, okay, this is what we've done. Our pros tested this map. They tested this map. We're throwing this map in as a bit of a wild card map. We're expecting it to get vetoed a lot, but, you know, let's see how it plays out. We're open to feedback, open to changing the map set, whatever. We've put Plaza in because of this rather than Meltdown or whatever. I don't know. And fans want to see Meltdown, and then we might put it in. I don't know. Like, just it's like, here's the map set.
That's my point. Yeah, that's my point. It's like they know changes are coming because they add into rank play, but do we really?
But even then, they were just throwing darts at a wall there. Like, we had fucking Utopia overload.
That's what I'm saying. But you know, when they put maps in rank play, do they really sit there? Like, because I know they say like, oh, your feedback's gonna help the CDL.
Don't make any difference.
Yeah, there ain't no feedback to give. There's no website to say this map's good or this map's good here. Did you enjoy playing Yemen or Cliff?
Is it like they probably only base it off pick rates, right? It's probably like all they do.
Yeah, but then they force Gridlock, Yemen, and fucking the other shit. Yeah, like they'll force those on you, and it's like, damn. Like, that's all I really care about. I know we've been on this a while, but
no, this is a big topic.
But hey, W meta changes though. Changes.
Well, absolutely. We'll get into that in a second. I've just got a couple more tweets I wanted to go through. One was this one from Brian Saint. He says, just had our number 1 hardpoint, number 2 hardpoint, and number 1 S&D all removed from the map pool. So it might be cooked on. What do we think?
Wait, what maps did we lose again? We lost Blackheart?
And we lost Exposure hardpoint is gone as well, right? And then Exposure Search.
I mean, I think Exposure is just so ass. So I'm just on a viewing experience, my team was actually really, really good at Expo, especially Hardpoint. But I just feel like, man, I just hated watching the map. The map has a terrible vibe, and I am happy. I think the Hardpoint, besides Clifftown, just because that's just the one we haven't played, I do feel like Sake and Gridlock have helped HP. I think overall, the Hardpoint map pool has gotten better because Blackheart was shit. Fun map. You know, you only need 1 bow cage per game. You know, you get your bow cage. You get your, what's another one that's like that? You know, Colossus is the bow cage of this game. We don't need 2 bow cages. Yeah. You just got 1. You got 1 little brain dead map where, you know, the smart teams, they hate playing Colossus, but like you get Simp and you get Shotzi and you got Carlo Hardpoint game 1 because it makes sense while you're playing it. It's cracked out. It's fun to watch, but we don't need 2. We don't need Blackheart and Carlo. So I think Blackheart gone is good. It's just S&D. I mean, I don't understand Plaza either. I actually haven't played it in ranked, and we actually haven't tried it out, so I'm not sure how it plays in this game. But it was just a bad map in 2013. It was bad.
My first game on, Don. My first game on. I'll press Z to push the torque. Yo, 4-man A. 4-man A. 4-man A. And Don, let me tell you, it was a 4-man A for 11 rounds straight.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah, that's bad.
Let's get that bomb down, baby.
That's bad.
Let's get the rock down.
I just, it doesn't make sense to me to add a map that was bad in its original game to a game that's fucking, it was bad in fucking Black Ops 2, and now we're trying to force it in Black Ops 7.
It's also like if there's any map where just because I think through some of the maps, especially the BO2 maps, and I'm like, the wall bouncing doesn't really make sense for this one. And like the way that Plaza is, it makes no sense. Because a lot of it's either inside or there's either no walls to really bounce off, or even middle of the map, like there's ceilings. So you can't even jump that high. And okay, you can wall bounce around in the in the club, but like it's not built with that in mind, obviously. And this is just why when you look at a map like a Stronghold or even like an Infection or something like that, or even Fringe, of course, when it's been designed with that in mind, it's gonna trend in that direction to some degree. And obviously even the standard maps in this game, like obviously Colossus ain't a great map. These other ones we're talking about are not great maps, but Colossus is designed with the wall bouncing movement in mind.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the map is so the maps are designed with these features. And then you look at Plaza and you think, okay, well, we're just gonna bash it into A and then just be freaking bouncing off all the walls in there because it's the only thing we can do. It might be the strategy.
Hey, I'm sorry, Verdict. You might have just had two of the worst opinions I've seen in this Twitch chat. Plaza wasn't bad in Black Ops 2. It wasn't played.
It got taken out. It was in GB tournaments for a week.
And then said, wall bouncing hasn't changed the game that much. Now, I'm not fucking dumb, but wall bouncing has changed the game tremendously. And Plaza was ass in Black Ops 2. So, I don't know. We literally can't play certain maps because, bro, they had to put roofs on top of the walls on Raid. They made a dev design to put roofs on top of the walls on Raid so you couldn't jump. So you couldn't jump over the wall. Is that not crazy to you guys? That they've brought back a Black Ops 2 maps that you could wall jump on because they've added wall jumping into COD and then stopped people wall jumping over walls to see over them. Is that not crazy?
Yeah,
even the fights in ring are completely different. The fights in ring, like those like little headies, those headies were so OP.
They were so insane.
Like a normal a normal cold, even in Cold War where there's a slide cancel,
bro.
Those headies were insane. Now people just fly, they just wall bounce and they skyrocket and shoot people over the head.
Water stairs.
Yeah.
Water stairs gunfights on Raid. Bro.
Yeah,
bro,
it's completely different.
If you got caught running down there, you were a schmuck. Now you just fucking blast off.
Yeah. The game's different, bro. It doesn't make sense to add. That's like adding fucking cargo. It's the same. Plaza is in the same tier as cargo. S&D. We played cargo S&D and BO2 for like a month.
For cargo to come back.
That map was fucking shit, and then now we're adding cargo. Cargo probably makes more sense. You know why? Because there's a whole bunch of fucking crates and shit. You could wall bounce and fly. Cargo probably makes more sense than Plaza, but that map was shit in BO2 as well, and it got taken out. So it's like we need to add maps from Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 that were good. Evac Hardpoint, Stronghold Hardpoint, Infection, fucking Frequency, Arsenal. Breach. You know what I'm saying? Maps like that that makes even fucking. I didn't like the map. Seaside is probably not one of the. Seaside's probably better than these maps. Seaside is. It wouldn't be my first choice, but Jesus, these maps are fucking like we have so much better options to choose from. Where the games those games had advanced movement.
Bro, they just bring about Black Ops 2 maps because people that was their best game.
There's nostalgia in it. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's literally
it's a shame that they do this because I don't think they think through it.
The crazy shit is just seeing Gridlock is giving me insane nostalgia and dope. Like just seeing that's why I was praying it could get in for Overload. I'm literally watching it like, yeah, we finna get it. It's just, I'm just like, damn, the map's just so shit. We can't play it in overload. But at least, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy it's in for hardpoint and search. Like, I'm getting nostalgia. I'm like, damn, I used to play this shit every day. Like,
I had nostalgia until they took away my Godhead glitch on Bridge. I lost full.
That I noticed that right away. That heady is so it's not even a heady.
Bro, I got waxed off it. I was like, bro, this ain't happened back in the day, bro. Like, it wasn't that easy. It wasn't that easy. Listen, end of the day, they're bringing back Black Ops 2 maps and old maps that don't have advanced movement built into them. So when they bring them in, they just play like ass. Like, that's realistically where we're at. This game would actually be a fucking unreal game if they just kept bringing back Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 maps. But apparently the cry for help was, we want Yemen and Plaza back in cargo. Yeah, everyone's crying out for those maps. I actually think they're rage baiting us, to be honest with you. I think they don't. I think they're just yeah, for sure.
I like that.
For sure. You say to all the pros, yo, what map do you want back? Like, bro, you bring back a fucking Arsenal Stronghold Infection, bro. This game gonna go crazy. They go back to the drawing board, bro. Yemen might be the one for you guys, boys. Like, I truly believe you're sleeping on it. I think you are.
I'm starting to think they're picking ones that are easy to remake. Cause I don't know the remake process. I swear it's just AI. Like, they're just having fucking AI remake the maps for them, and like, maybe it's more effort to, because what's that one snow map in this game? I get like 60 frames on it. It's optimized terrible, but it looks cool as fuck in the sky. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever.
In the start.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it maybe Infection.
You know that one with the elevator?
No, it's like a cabin in the middle.
Oh,
like,
the one that you
with the northern lights and that.
Yeah, because it looked cool. Because
it had green lights and that you got persuaded.
Yeah. I actually wanted to play that kind of.
Yeah, but like the game runs really bad on that shit. It's like, bro, maybe recreating a snow map, Infection or fucking Stronghold, maybe it's too powerful for the I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're picking these gray ass. Yemen is gray as shit. And they're picking the gray, even
they
Gridlock.
made everything
Gridlock
more
is
gray as well. Like, I saw
picking all the grim gray ass maps, bro. Yeah. Like,
whoa! Who said people were begging? Verdict said people were begging for Gridlock, and all of a sudden, once it's in, it's an issue. No one said it's an issue.
No, we like that Gridlock's in.
It's an issue for Gridlock. It's an issue for Overload, but Gridlock being in is tough. I don't think. Don, have you
it's
seen
also a good size map for the movement nowadays. That's the thing.
Everyone is happy that Gridlock's in.
The only thing about
the Verdict, bro.
Yeah, no, but Verdict might be one man in me, bro. I'm about to
he's moving like these days.
He's living on a different timeline to me though. He's like, bro, everyone's moaning about Gridlock. Bro, I'm in the scene, bro. We haven't seen one person complain.
Yeah, I do think like the size of the maps though is relevant. Yeah, Connor says what I've been saying for years. Like, I want Stronghold remastered, but yeah, they're bloody addicted to bringing back Summit and Firing Range. So I think you actually are right, Don, because they've remastered Summit about 16 times, and they've remastered Firing Range at least like 5 or 6. So they just copy and paste that shit over again, but it just doesn't like Firing Range or even Summit. Like Summit in BO1, like it wasn't a big map for BO1, but it wasn't small. Like spawn to spawn, that was a good trek you had to make. Whereas WoW nowadays, you're just absolutely flying. Like it makes more sense to remaster the big maps, and I think this is why BO4 makes so much sense, because those maps are for 5v5, right? So like they're for 4v4 in this game. It actually makes a lot of sense. So
Summit Fire Range. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's the.
Well, we need him back again next year. Run it up. I mean, they play it in COD Mobile, but we're not going to talk about that again. So
yeah, they're also I also heard the comms on COD Mobile. It sounded like they were just fucking saying shit to say it.
Yeah, that was unreal actually. Look, Ben J says it's time to get the player committee going. Ben J, he created the proposal. Remember this? He made the deck. Version 1 proposal. 11/24. I don't know when he did this last year sometime.
He gonna get shut down so fast.
He tried. Maybe the pros are going to try this time. I'm not convinced. But look, the other piece of the puzzle here is the actual weapon meta. because to the credit of everyone, they decided we're going to get rid of the Dravik, and we've done it. The Dravik's gone for now. We'll see.
Well, it's still in.
Well, yeah.
It's just not good.
But people ain't using it right now.
Compared to the other weapon. Yeah.
So that's okay. But they tried out the Kogo. The Voyak was pretty OP, I can't lie. As the other AR.
Yeah, 3 bullets if you got a headshot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty strong. But the Kogot was all the rage because it's basically an MP7. It shoots fast, it kills fast, but it's got a ton of recoil. It ain't very good over range. So it was in, then it was out, then it was in again. Now it looks like it's out again.
Yeah.
How is it going, Don, this week?
Man, my players were frying with this shit. I mean,
I
think people I think it got to a point where people found the class pretty fast that kind of mitigated like most of the recoil. And then yeah, it was pretty OP. It was pretty OP. I would have loved to see it just because it was very, very good. But I still feel like it took skill to use. And it was better than the M15. Like once people found the class, and I just feel like it would have been. I just feel like COD is entertaining when subs can pop take. I'm not saying that no subs pop take with the Dravik or you can't pop take with the NPC because you can. I just feel like it would have been a higher chance of doing it with the Kogai, and it was really good. It's still on the table. You know what I'm saying? It's still on the table. But yeah, it was really good. People were struggling with it, so that's why I feel like yes, it was OP, and you know, it would have took time for people to figure it out, but it
just felt like more of a skill gap gun to me.
It was more to me. The Kogot meta was more of a skillful meta versus the NPC. The NPC with the current class, people figured it out. It's better than the Dravik. I just feel like it's more of a sub that I would be good with. Like it's an Iron Man sub.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's not a like a flashy, you know, cracked out. You can get cracked with it. So I'm obviously you can hit movement, you can get cracked out. You can do some turnt shit with it. I just feel like it does betray you. You know, that is kind of good. You know, it does hit you with random recoil, then you just start missing every bullet. So for subs to hit, you know, long range shots or rip people off headies, for the Kogot and the NPC. I feel like it took skill for that. I just feel like the NPC is more of like people are just ironing in corners and shit. Like you could play very cruddy with it because it just blows people the fuck away. Like, so it's OP in its own way. I just feel like it just depends on what we want. You know what I'm saying? The NPC does add the shit that I've been talking about on episodes for months is the NPC does add a restriction in terms of if a sub is trying to fucking map someone, it's hard. It's gonna betray you sometimes, and it gets wicked. You know, people are getting turned on. People are, you know what I'm saying? People are having to close the distance. You know what I'm saying? So I personally think it's just fresh and it's better than the previous one. And someone said, does Don knows NPC has the best handling out of every? I don't give a fuck about the stat. I'm watching the game. Mind you, I'm playing the game too. The gun betrays you. I don't give a fuck whatever that little stat sheet says of the weapons. Half the time, those fucking weapon stats and shows the bars in the game, that shit is wrong. That shit was wrong in like fucking 15 out of 20 CODs.
Yeah.
The gun betrays you. The guns are harder to use than the Dravik. Both of them are harder to use than the Dravik. I just think they're better. They're better than the Dravik, especially in the current Dravik form when the Dravik is nerfed. So,
I haven't really seen much of it. Obviously people have been screaming with it and whatever like that. I think the NPC, you know, guess what I saw? People complaining how fast it kills up close. Fucking hell, what generation do we live in? You should be dying up close to a sub. It don't matter. Like, they're like, oh, bro, I just died so fast. I put every bullet in my M15 to him up close. Come on, that's the way it should be. I've also seen the NPCs not very forgiving the long-range gunfights, which is, you know, I've been crying for that out for years. You should not be able to gun a AR across the map on a heady with a submachine gun. I think it's gonna change how the game looks and plays if it stays in. One thing I hope they don't do, I hope they don't get rid of the Dravik. I hope they don't GA it. I'm down for a little. I don't think it's
No,
going
it's
to be.
still in. It's still in. It's not going to get GA'd.
I don't think it's going to change anything crazy, Dom, because like if you want to run the Dravik, you might as well just run the M15 anyway. I'm just happy for a little bit of versatility. I just think the NPC doesn't do what the Dravik does across the map, and that's why I think I like it. Like it is
it's definitely a better meta.
It is a sub players.
Yeah,
like,
sub. Yeah, it's a sub. Yeah.
Like you're gonna see Huke, you're gonna see Simp, you're gonna see Shotzi, Hydra, all these people run around with it, and they're gonna do their thing with it, with the movement and how the game plays. I'm actually very excited for a sub that doesn't just do it all. And that's what I feel like we were missing. Regardless if they, I was watching someone, I think it's Octane or something like that, that they tried other ARs, but all the other ARs were just too OP, and the M15 is like the worst out of the best in terms of like what they can actually change with the meta. So the M15 is gonna have to stay. Other than that, the NPC being in, I'm just happy we have an AR and a sub, not an AR and an AR. That's my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for that. This should have been done a while ago when the NPC was already being used, but they GA'd it because it killed too quick.
Yeah, they GA'd it because it was too good, apparently, and now it's like...
But...
I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it can't have been that good because...
It can't have been that good.
Like, it kills so fast up close, fair enough. But that's how it should be. Like, I don't want to hear no AR players complaining that the NPC has fried them up close.
Yeah, the AR's always bitching, man. They still got the God Gun, to be honest, but that's okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but it's a step in the right direction for sure. So
yeah,
hopefully we get to see a bit more of that. I just think it was one of the key complaints on this game. Probably the key complaint is I think this game had probably the worst meta that we've had in a long time in the CDL, probably ever, which was detracting from the game. I mean, what do you think, as you say, with the Dravik? Like, I remember back in MW19 when we had Envoy pull out the Uzi, we had Parasite pull out the Ram or whatever. Wait, the Uzi or the Ram? Because the Uzi was actually good, I swear. You
think the Uzi was good? I think Envoy was trolling.
I actually like the Uzi. I don't know. I want to know what people say about this. I used to run that shit in GBs after he used it.
I genuinely believe you could have used any gun in that game.
Yeah, to be fair. Chuck like...
Because like you can ask Don, I was running the Kilo at the start of the game, still tucking people. Even though the M4 was better, but I was still doing my thing with that Kilo.
It came better at the end a little bit, didn't it? Like, Shotzi was running it.
Listen,
oh yeah, the 60 round. They was running a 60 round Kilo and the Graw.
Yeah, that's the one.
Cave.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, like, you know, nice little refresh. MW 2019. That was a fun game for gunfights. I'm not gonna lie to you. That it was satisfying to get some kills on there. But yeah, I think the metas have just been so stale the past few years. One of my favorite metas with the was the Automaton MP40, just because the MP40 had Bloom.
Yeah, fuzzy man, Bloom.
And like you could gun people across the map with the MP40, but like the auto was 9 times out of 10 winning there.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best meta we've had in the CDL. Other than that, I can't really think about it. The Jackal was OP as fuck. The AK-74U was OP as fuck. MP5 was OP as fuck. This Dravik isn't OP as such, but it's just the same as an AR.
Yeah.
And what other game am I missing? Oh yeah, the Vesnov or the whatever it was.
Vaznov.
That MW2, yeah. And the Rival, yeah, I'm sure, bro. We got a Scorpion that shoots like an AR, I'm sure, bro.
Yeah, it just, you know how it is. It ain't the same as how it used to be. Like back, I don't know, like the MP, I'm just looking at these guns in this game compared to, because obviously that's just the MSMC, that's just the MP7. Like it's, you know, the Voyak's almost like an MTAR looking thing. But it's just the guns had so much more personality back in the day. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Like the PDW was just such a different gun to the MSMC, and the MP7 was so radically different. It just feels like nowadays everything's kind of the same.
Bro, everything sounds the same.
It all sounds the same, man. Oh my god! Imagine when Black Ops 1, you whip out the Commando. Like I'd already tell you what the Commando sounded like in that game. Especially you throw a silencer on it. Like the Galil was so distinctive. You know, like the Silence Galil in Black Ops 1. I didn't like the sound design is like they were just cooking back then, man. Yeah, just over time, everything just gets worse.
Bro, everything just got so boring. Bro.
Yeah, it's like it used to be so lit, man.
That's genuinely what I feel like, bro. The map colors, the gun sounds, there's no dope no more, bro. Bro, why is the sun shining but it's gray? Like, why is the sky blue but it's gray?
I miss Black Ops 1, man. I want to play that shit.
Bro,
right
I'm
now.
playing Gridlock. Don, do you remember how fucking beautiful that map looked back in the day? All orange, like, you know, it's lovely. I'm running it back on this, bro. I feel like I'm playing back in 1830 black and white TV, bro.
Yeah.
Man, can't do this shit no more.
Nothing's made with love anymore, man.
Nah, bro.
AI. It's all AI.
Yo, I'm so convinced it's actually all AI, bro. I promise
It's
you.
all AI, man.
Yeah, they've been doing this shit for years now.
Yo, make the sun brighter. No.
It's all AI, man.
Yeah,
Bro, they run out. Bro, when it comes down to colors, they just run out of their free tokens on ChatGPT, and it's just done, bro. They're like, sure, bro,
Claude rate limited them for the day.
I just want to bring up what Nino said, bro. That is honestly one of my biggest issues too.
That's a great
iron
shout,
sights
actually.
on these fucking bro. The NPC. Bro, if they just fix the iron sight, I swear the gun will have so much more dope. That iron sight, you like can't see anything. It's like 3 iron sights built into one. So you're like fucking like tweaking.
It's got the chunky bits, right? It's got
you're like fucking like tweaked out when you're trying to like aim the gun. Like, give me a real iron sight, bro. How have the iron sights got worse?
Bro, give us the MP7 iron sight from like MW3, bro. Like,
give us something to work with. Holy shit.
You are right. You are right, bro. Every iron sight just sucks. Have you guys ever used the Sturmwolf iron sight? Have you picked that gun up?
I've seen Abe using it.
Using that shit.
Yo, why? Like, that shit is ass too. There's no iron sight. It's just a flat piece of metal.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, I was just thinking what the MP7 used to look like back in Black Ops 2. I mean, you know, I know it's not the best picture.
It had like a thinner iron sight.
Yeah, like look how clean this shit was. And
bro, what? Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. What happened now?
Like,
the
what
NPC
happened, brother?
Don, if I'm not mistaken, the 2 things on the outside of the iron sight is the bit in the middle too. It's just 3 big blocks of shit.
It's like 3 big blocks of shit.
Yeah, like what is this?
Look at that iron sight, bro. That iron sight gives dope.
Bro, no wonder Abe got cooked in that 1v2 when he made him one shot, bro. The guy who thought the iron sight was on the far right, bro. He's lost head.
You actually can't fucking see, bro. Like,
yeah, like the MSMC was this. Like, there we go.
World War II iron sight with the PPSH was so fire, bro. Look at that iron sight, bro. That is so, bro. That just made my stomach drop, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, man. VMP, the Cuda iron sight was tough.
one is so beautiful.
I mean, this picture might be the lowest quality of all time, actually. But
bro, Don, the Vector from Ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, cold iron sight.
MTAR. Yo, now I think about it, Ghost might have been better than all these games.
They gotta make some fucking weapons with love, man.
Yeah.
Bro, Call of Duty games were better when they could actually call them what they were called too.
That's a good point, actually. Rather than change all their shit.
I think that's another reason why everything looks like ass, because they have to change it.
Yeah.
An AK-47 was an AK-47. Now they called it the AK-27, and it looks like a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Sorg iron sight was fire too.
Yeah, it's true. People going crazy in the chat right now, but you're not wrong. ASM1 best sub ever. MW3 ACR.
Yo, on the PP90 iron sights, bro.
MW3.
Oh, from MW3, yep.
Yeah, bro. Oh my
God. Bro, the guns were just made with dope and love. Like nowadays, it's just no love. There's no love, man. It's just AI. Make an AK that look kind of like an AK, but don't work like an AK and don't look like an AK.
Bro, I love the AI I love the AI shit we're on right now, bro. Cause they could show me the process too. I wouldn't believe them. I promise you. Wait, was that the ASM one?
This is the ASM one. Yeah.
Oh, bro,
Also just
take me
insane.
back. The bow? Oh, take me back, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The ASM one was nice. The ASM one iron sight is nice.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, this is the
That shit was
bow.
beautiful.
I mean, the bow was super clean. I actually, for some reason, I didn't massively like. But okay, just look at the bow for a second, and then compare it to this MPC bullshit, whatever we have. Have I still got that one up? Because it's
How
like
much love is in that
fundamentally,
bow
it's not even that much different. Like they both have the 3 elements, but like it's just so much.
Oh yeah, what's the 3 elements though? Because the other one's love, love, and love, and
I
this
know,
one's
yeah.
shit,
Obviously, this
shit,
is on a
and
white
shit.
background, so like it does obviously show it a
Nah,
little
but that's
bit
how
easier,
it
but it
looked,
still
bro.
ain't.
Nah,
I know, yeah.
That's how it looked. Listen, I'm just Don. Back in the day, they probably had 1 designer per gun, and that guy just loved that gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm thinking. Like he probably used
And
it.
now it's just AI. Create every
Yeah.
weapon. Okay.
Make MSMC not MSMC, but with MSMC tendencies. Give chunky iron sight though. People.
How
love
much
it.
money does that save, bro? That probably saves them like how much if they had to pay everyone for every weapon. There's fucking 60 weapons. They had to pay these guys 100. That probably saves the company so much by just the little
sure.
AI machine. Let me type in my little AI machine and we just get it done.
This was cold as well. Someone mentioned in the chat this LMG from Ghost. Will Lead said it. I don't know if this is the one you were talking about, but I remember this one was pretty cold. This was the M27.
I mean, just every iron sight besides CDL was tough.
Yeah. They just had so much personality back in the day.
I think the best iron sight we've had CDL wise is probably the AK-74U or the MP40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the MP5. I thought it was too chunky, but they still used it. But
I mean, look how clean this shit was. I'm just going back to Black Ops 1. I know in that game some of them were quite overlapping, but for some reason, bit of lore, this was my favorite gun in the game. And I don't know why I like this gun so much. This was the RPK, right? It was an.
You were a rat, bro.
No. I actually wasn't ratting. I was running around with this. No, actually, that is fake news. I was definitely ratting.
What do you mean running around with it? You were stuck in the mud, bro. Like,
you are so slow with the LMGs in this game. Like people don't remember how slow you used to be. But like the funny thing with this game is like. It only had 40 bullets. It wasn't even, you know what I mean? Like the LMGs, for some reason, they used to buff them and they made them like 100 bullet. It was only the M60 that had 100 bullets. This had 40.
Give me the RPD, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was better than the RPK.
You know what I miss too? I know we're going like down memory lane, but you know what I miss? I miss my magazine. Not saying how many bullets I had, and it just had each individual bullet instead. I miss that shit.
That was cold, actually. Yeah.
I miss that. Now it comes up digitally, like I'm wearing a watch.
Yep. Yeah. It was the same with the. I mean, I remember
look at that RPD, bro, and that's not even the one I was on about. I was on about the one from COD 4, the COD 4 one.
Yeah.
But that iron sight is so clean.
Yeah. I remember the
Growl iron sight was tough. I'll give you that one. I will give you the Growl iron sight. That is a tough one.
The M60 from Black Ops 1, you could put on. It had an attachment called I forget what they called it, because they had 100 bullets and 100 in reserve. But you could put on an attachment which just gave you the full 200 bullets. Like not like you would ever need that. Yeah, it was called something stupid, but it was like a specific attachment that was only on that gun.
LMG demon, weren't you?
I love that shit back in the day.
Bro.
I'd run but even Black Ops 3, I'd be running the Dingo. I used to love the BRM, bro. BRM in Black Ops 3 underrated as.
You were a hoe.
No, I was never the LSAT target finder guy though. I wasn't that guy.
You would just be running around with 100 bullet guns, bro.
Yeah, well, they made that. At some point, they got really OP.
My respect for you has gone down.
Yeah, no, the RPK was a specialist weapon, mate. The LMGs were specialist guns in that game. They took talent to use well.
Bro, so, the Scar H iron sights, the FAMAS iron sights from Black Ops 1. I even just missed the regular red dot sight, the little oval one, bro. Just give me that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna Final one
We
I'm
got
gonna bring
Johnny.
up is
Johnny coming in with a
super
$20. Pros really complain no matter what. Scrap making 400k plus. Can't even bother to try out maps. Most privileged take ever. Half these guys would be working at McDonald's if the league didn't exist.
Well said, Johnny. Look, what I will say is Scrap is always crying. Sometimes he makes a fair point, but he is always crying. Like, as the Scrap...
That's my goat.
Yeah. Does he ever say anything positive, like, respectfully? I'm actually not even... I don't even necessarily mind. Yeah, well, yeah. You know what? Fair enough. But he is always crying, which on some level, I respect it. And it's good because he gets on a lot of thumbnails.
That's my goat. Don't you ever disrespect him.
Yeah.
You LMG user.
Appreciate it, Johnny. This might be up there with my favorite, though. This is A94.
Nah.
Oh, that looks nice, though.
Nah, Killer put me off that.
Nah. Look at this shit,
because he said, Killer used
they
it
just
only
don't be
on LAN.
doing this like
it
this
didn't
anymore.
work on LAN. It didn't work on LAN.
People, to be fair, people actually did used to use the red dot on this. Like, they would use red dot anyway. I mean, you know, I wouldn't.
MW3 ACR.
Actually, I would, to be fair. So I can't say that, really. Worst iron sights of all time.
Everything now.
We got a lot of candidates in the recent games, to be fair.
NPC.
I think there's one that's, like, in my head. I don't know what it is, but from most of all the old COD games, everything was just class, within reason.
What was that? What was it? Not World War II. Vanguard, the one that like it had the magazine up here and the iron sight here.
Oh my
so you couldn't even look
god!
to the right.
Okay, yeah, whatever that one was, that was definitely up there. Yeah, good shout. Yeah, or maybe World War II Bren. Yeah. I think that's what. Yeah.
No, yeah, it was the Bren.
Yeah, the Bren.
They're LMG demons, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, Don, you aimed in with this one, but like you had your iron sights to the left of it, and then when you aimed in, the magazine would cover the whole right side of your screen, so you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I think it was this one actually. Here you go. Let's bring this up, and then we'll talk about some other shit. But yeah, this is an unbelievable weapon. What were the devs cooking with this? But I remember in World War II the amount of times the devs.
I do remember that.
Look at this shit, man. Yeah.
Couldn't see shit, bro.
Yeah. Bro, they fucking loved the visceral nature of the game.
What was that gun you turned sideways to aim in as well? It was a sub. It was like the Type 100 or something like that, where like you had it.
Yeah.
You had it like that, and then when you aimed in, you like turned it like that.
Actually, no, I know what you mean. Actually, yeah, you actually might be bang on with the Type 100. Have a look. Yeah, I think it was this actually. Yeah. It doesn't. I think the irons on it were actually okay, but it was kind of.
No, the irons were tough on this gun. Like, it was really good.
Yeah, this looking thing. Okay, the Iron Sight episode is coming to a close because we're going to spend the last couple of minutes here talking about the bracket for the minor tournament. We have a bracket. So this weekend, matches are back. Next weekend, the minor is back. This is what the bracket looks like. It's seeded based on the CDL standings right now, but it's a little bit confusing because these aren't exactly the same as the standings we have on the site. So don't know 100% what's going on there, but whatever. Point still stands. Top 4 teams are the top 4 teams. And Optic play the winner of Toronto or Raven. So this is single elim, 20k for the winner. Best of 5s. The final is best of 7. You know what, actually, as we talk about best of 7s, the other thing to say, with the map pool becoming 6-6-3, does it not, like, make the winner's advantage in terms of vetoes even less? Or am I tripping, Trey? Do you know what I mean? So I get to ban 1 map out of 6 now rather than 1 out of 5. Kind of favored,
yeah, but like I said, maybe they're just going to do a group GA on another map. So
yeah, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I mean, we've done that before.
What was the last time it happened?
When there was dogshit maps in. Okay. So probably last year.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
I couldn't give you an actual like.
No, but I know what you're saying though. Like,
because even during ban and protect in Black Ops 3, we used to GA stuff, so we didn't have to ban it too. So we actually had, like, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the.
I don't really think it does much, but I genuinely don't think that. I truly believe unless Cloud9 play Clifftown, I don't think it comes into play at all. And I think it's going to be like a GA.
We'll see them play it. That'd be cool.
I'm a real piece of shit, and I'm a real piece of shit.
I'm excited to see them play it. But
I'm
yeah,
excited for this little minor though too.
yeah, absolutely. It's actually a tournament going on. Like we think
Yeah.
the meta changes, team changes, going to make. I mean, like Falcons play Surge.
They
Wow,
lost that.
that's definitely a game of all time. Winner of that plays FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe got a nice little freebie, a little barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken.
So do Thieves. Thieves got a little barbecue chicken as well, probably. I haven't heard nothing about G2. Hopefully they're in the fucking lab and they're locked in. I know their team is sticking, but hey, we get to see some fucking new maps. Who's the best with the new shit right off the rip? So this is gonna be fire.
Absolutely.
I can't wait till the COD's back. I'm not even to watch it, just to have something.
Just a
talk
hate
about.
watch.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna watch
for
it.
the content.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But wow. Shout out Justin too. He said Trey's ball knowledge is deep. Motherfucker just named the shittiest iron sights off the dome.
Yeah, that was actually typical. I can't lie.
Yeah, because those were the guns I was using.
Yeah.
My thing was,
LMG
Rab, is
right?
I thought I was so good that I would just handicap myself.
Okay, I hear that. Yeah.
Like a challenge.
I always used to use a CUDA as well. Like I was on the CUDA from day one, Black Ops 3, but the VMP became meta, unfortunately. But the CUDA's back meta now if you play Black Ops 3 again. So
Yeah, because they
Because
nerfed the VMP 5 years after it came out.
It's kind of outrageous, but it is what it is. Also, big thanks to Prize Picks as well, supporting today's content. If you guys want to get involved, obviously it was Big Masters weekend, and we've also got the Call of Duty back in action this weekend. There's Valorant, there's all sorts of other stuff. So if you guys want to get involved, use code Breaking Point, link top line of the description. Don, any players, any lines you're watching out for? Obviously, Cap's out of the league. Who's coming in? Could be notable.
Shit. Looking at this minor bracket, Joe Deceives first series. Oh shit, it's my boy Fire, but
Yeah.
respectfully, I got my reliable list. Okay.
Okay, I like that.
Like, there's just people who most times like they gonna hit in Joe Deceives versus Ravens. I'm gonna go Joe Deceives. Okay. Also, looking at this, whoever FaZe played in that second round, I'm gonna go ride with Simp. Simp should fucking shit all over whoever the fuck he plays in that second round. So those are the two that I'm looking for right away, Joe and Simp for sure.
I like that.
All right, here's a new little segment real quick. Rab, who's 3 players you've got the unders on?
Okay.
And they can't all be from Cloud9.
Man. Okay, they can't all be though.
No.
I'm taking the. I don't know actually. The Surge, to me, the Surge one's kind of interesting. I mean, I might have to smash the Xnid over back to online. He might fry. No, I'm taking. I gotta go Purge, bro. Respectfully,
I've got 3 in mind. I've got a
got 3?
good list. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got 3. That's
All
what
right.
I want. I just want 3 people you got on an under.
I'm taking Purge. I'm taking Tej. And I'm taking Okus.
Bet. Listen, I've got my list.
Okay.
It's kind of similar. Taking Purge.
Good man.
Well,
I mean, by bad Purge.
No. Listen, I just genuinely
yeah.
believe Purge is a great player.
Yeah.
He just shouldn't be on this team right now. He's been threatened to be dropped twice. And he's like, how many? He's like, how many chances have I got? Like, let's try a look. Yeah, I'll go Purge.
Okay.
I got to go Okus because he was an under on a 21.
He was
And
moving
he
different.
and he hit
managed
that
it, didn't he?
and he hit that shit. He hit that shit for my bread.
Wow.
So
It probably wasn't even close.
he was 15 and 12, and I was like, well, I've lost. And he was 15 and 23 or something like that. I was like, never mind, I'm back. I couldn't be any better.
Never in doubt.
And listen, I'm going for my. Listen, Tej is a good one, but I'm going Gwyn on my under.
Okay, there you go. See, similar teams we've gone for.
Yeah, I mean,
Purge could be G, that is true. But Afro's going to get all the kills on the map, so Purge won't have any to get. So,
I mean, we have to see what's going on with that team.
Yeah, I've got no faith.
Don, any hate watches on the under, or are you going to go with what we got?
You guys covered it pretty well. I mean, Metals made throw up the horse shit. Purge.
Anyone
the
on
Surge boys, the C9 boys. Shout out to Mamba, but Mamba in that second series,
No Envoy
he
shouts?
might.
Nah, he's back.
He's back.
I think Envoy should be good. He should be good until they, until they make it a little bit further. Maybe their third round will be a little tougher for Envoy, but yeah, I think you guys got it, man. The normal suspects, man. Nothing's gonna change.
I think 04 unders because he's not an online player. He's a generational LAN player.
I like
so
that,
some 04 unders could come in.
04 is a good shout. Good shout.
Listen, I want to say I love 04. Just want to let it be known. I think he's a very good player. But he might not be an online demon, and that's fine. That's fine. Because he has Simp, who's both. As long as 04 goes to LAN and puts up his generationals, I'm okay with that.
I think someone actually asked way at the start of the show, so this is literally 2 hours ago, so sorry I forgot to talk about this, but they asked, like, does FaZe, like, stick it out for sure now that they won? I'm like, yeah.
I mean, it
like
does
for the rest of the
depend on
year.
the rest. Yeah, I mean, it does depend. If someone throws up the ultra mega horseshit for 2 majors straight, then yeah, probably not. But as it stands right now, yeah. And one thing I like about this FaZe team is I feel like they're just going to ride the high.
Yeah, agreed. So yeah, there we have it. Thanks, Mohammed, as well for the 5 pros. Just cry a lot. He says, no doubt we'll be seeing that on the thumbnail as well.
Yeah, he's correct.
And obviously we'll do the minor predictions for you guys next weekend before that tournament. Just a quick little look at the matches this weekend. Optic play Cloud9 last game of the weekend. So that's, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm locked in.
But is that Mountain Dew, Amp Game Fuel for Monster Energies?
Yeah, that will be a monster
spotlight of the week.
Yeah, that'll be the big game. A big game on Sunday night at 11 p.m. UK time. I cannot wait for that one.
Yeah,
buzzing actually.
It's gonna hit like Fent.
Yeah, I mean Falcons FaZe pretty good as well. But okay, some interesting games. We're also going 3-4-3 with the matches, which is kind of interesting. But that's how it is now. We've got these qualifiers to play. Only got 3 weekends of qualifiers. Each team only plays 5 matches. So, well, I think we're back in business, baby.
Wait, Rab, are we just gonna do a pre-show Friday? Because I'm not doing a special Sunday show.
I don't think I'm doing a special Sunday show. No, I don't think that's.
No, we'll just run it. We'll run a quick hour on Friday.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, a little 35-minute one. Yeah, I like all right, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us today. Actually, Viper says, should minors be every weekend and prime every event? Look, that would be better. Is it going to happen?
No.
Not yet. Not until they put the boys in charge. But, I'm not holding out too much hope. But I would prefer, like, every weekend to be some sort of tournament play. Like, it's so much more entertaining if there's a winner. Create storylines. The problem is if you do a minor every weekend, Cloud9 literally play 1 game every weekend against the 5th seed, and that's all they play. GG. And it's GG. They turn up, they play 1 series against G2 every week, or whoever.
Isn't that what they do already?
Yeah, it is. But like they don't really have a chance to progress. It's like if you're a top team, you might play 4 games in a minor tournament, but if you're a shit team, you might play 1. And that's deserved, but also at least back in the day with the 2Ks, the 5Ks, the shit teams would at least get a farm some amateur kids for a little bit. They'll at least play a few games, a few rounds. So I think there's a middle ground to be found, but conversation to be had. If Snoop keeps playing like this, can he get picked up to a top 4 team? Top 4 is probably ambitious. I think if Snoop keeps cooking in challenges, he will be back in the Pro League. Where he goes, good question. I think there's a couple of options, but I don't know if it happens before the end of the season. It might, but I don't know. It's dangerous to overreact too much to one cup because we did that with the Luca, and he was more unknown, but FaZe paid 20k for him, which they've tried to get refunded or something. I don't know. Probably not. I'm not sure. Like they always talked that they were going to try and get him back to Omit or something, but for now that is absolutely fine. Okay, pleasure. Thanks for joining us as always, Don. It's good to have you with us. I hear Geronimo is well, which is good.
Yeah, Geronimo's good. We did lose one. We lost one trooper. It was an accidental kill. Okay, she was switching out the water, and I think she just scooped them up, and she dumped them in the sink. So, but it was the $5 man, and it was the man that brought in the ick. So. He needed to be thrown out anyways. Now his duo's left in there by himself. I think we might need a purposeful kill. We might need to just get him the fuck out because he's tweaking.
Yo,
He's tweaking.
What's going on in
Damn,
that
these
fish
fish are
tank, bro?
crazy, bro. Like, say he's
He's
lost
just
his
stressed.
bro,
He's
and
stressed
now
because
he's
his homie died, bro. He's stressed.
fuck. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's because you wiped them out. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. His homie got wiped out. It's unfortunate, man.
Tempt the fish killer. Yo, he might be.
That's
It's
actually
unfortunate,
every
man.
week there's another one bites that does, bro.
Bro,
Another $5 down the drain.
Yo, that fish tank might be cursed.
Might be cursed,
Is
honestly.
it?
Yeah.
Listen, the big three, they all chilling, man. Geronimo
Okay.
chilling, Cletus is chilling, and Bobo's chilling. You know what I'm saying? So the other motherfuckers, they can
Okay.
die,
Yo,
they can do whatever. As
Yo,
long as them
Cletus
three.
throws me off every time,
Cletus
bro.
All the
cracks
ones
me
that
up,
got
bro.
a name, all the ones
Yeah,
that got a name
okay.
is cool. The dude that died, he don't even have a name.
I see.
We were trying to see if we don't even know, buddy. GG.
You don't even know, bro. Like, bro, don't even.
Yeah, we don't even know him like that.
Yeah. Yo, he was
No.
a straggler. Yeah, get him gone.
Yeah, we might have to get his homie gone too.
It's all right. There was I got some fish downstairs too, Don. There was a death over the weekend as well.
No way, man.
Yeah, we think he got caught in the toy that they said was safe for him, and we think he got stuck inside the hole of the toy and just died. Stressing.
Brother, man, that'd be so shit to be like an animal and just.
It's right
get,
though.
like,
It's right though
just have
because
some shitty death.
because
bro.
with fish you can just replace them because they all look the same.
Yeah, oh yeah. We'll get
I
some
mean,
more.
no, you right, but like,
We just bought 3 more to
Wow,
replace
bro.
it, so like shit ain't even happened for real.
I really just spawned in some consciousness
Well, they all
in
look.
God's
Well,
kingdom,
like,
and
they
then
all
just
look.
get
We got
stuck
some.
inside a toy and
We got some neon
flush
ones.
down the
They, like,
sink. Like,
they kind of like glow in the dark,
damn.
and like, but one of them died, so we just replaced him with 3 more. So like, it's like shit didn't even
Hydra.
happen. It's like, yeah, it's like we just increased population.
And just, how much do they send you back? Like, and then £5 fish.
I don't see it leave the account. It don't matter.
I like that. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
I couldn't
think-
tell you honestly.
I think
Listen,
they could be. I think a
I don't.
$5 fish is
Listen,
pretty cheap.
I think it's like £5 per.
Okay, and there you go.
Which is like really sad. Like imagine being worth £5 just to fucking live in my fish tank.
Look. It's
And
a
not
good
even
life.
get a name, by the way.
It's,
Like, they ain't
it's,
even
it's
get
a good
name.
life.
They ain't get a name.
It's a good life until you get accidental killed. So,
They eat
you know.
good,
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
No, they eat good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
No,
For
they ain't
sure.
got space there. I would actually be fuming though. Like, coming from the ocean, like I can go anywhere I want. I'm stuck inside this little tank. Fuck, bro.
Yeah, but like that, yo, they're like mine are so tiny.
They probably
like,
don't think about it like that.
Bro, that fish tank is like the ocean to them, bro.
I don't know, bro. You think? Do you think they
Nah,
know
probably
they're in the
not.
tank?
Yeah, they gotta know, bro. They gotta know. I know, bro. A fish that small though, that brain gotta be tiny.
Yeah,
bro.
there's not much going on there.
Yeah, bro. Because they just be sitting there stationary too. They don't be swimming around like crazy. They just be fucking like cruising.
Yeah, yeah.
I promise you they're alive. They're just not very smart.
Okay, very good. All right, we'll wish Geronimo, Cletus, and the other one the best.
Bobo.
the next
Bobo.
week.
Don't forget his name.
sorry,
Don't
mate,
ever
sorry,
forget his
Bobo.
name.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll remember that one. Try to for next time.
No, don't forget about Geronimo and Cletus.
Yeah, I can't forget them. Unforgettable duo, right? All right, pleasure. Episode 95 is over. It's not over yet until Trey does the outro.
Yeah, I don't know how I got this job, but I like it. I like it. It's like an unofficial promotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. Listen, make sure everyone tunes into the shows after the fact that we've done them. Make sure you give us a subscribe on YouTube too. We're trying to reach 100,000. We're nearly at 82,000, so we do really appreciate you guys for that. If you listen on Spotify when you're in the gym or just having a casual drive or a run or a jog, whatever you do, make sure you give us a couple stars on there too. Make sure you help get the Munyon. Me and Don hope for the Munyon. Same for Rab. Matches are back this weekend, Friday. We're gonna do a little pre-show. It's going to be an absolute pleasure. Stay tuned for the Breaking Point Challenger Team 2. I got some information coming. Maybe that will be released on Friday too, little insider. But yeah, no, we do appreciate you guys for chilling. From myself, Mr. Don Dada, and Tactical Rab. We'll see you guys next time. It's an absolute pleasure.
Take care.